plan around it.
Okay.
So they fight from the bottom and then they claw their way up.
I'm not gonna be surprised because like I said, this is the upper bracket, so both team has 2 lives. And from the first match, I can say that Resurgence is probably still testing out what strat that works best with them. And I think maybe the same thing goes for the second match just now, because they still have 1 more life. They don't need to worry about going down to the lower bracket, and maybe they can just spend this round or actually just use this chance to test out things.
But the thing is, right, in the lower bracket, even though it's the lower bracket, Red Synergy X and Brand Esports are
Brand
exactly
Esport is
are not exactly slouches. They've got quite a bit of a battle ahead of them.
Yes.
But I think if I remember correctly, in terms of score and skill-wise, I think Resurgence might have a small little upper hand over Brand, but Brand tends to actually claw their way out from hard situations.
Yes, and for me, Brand don't really test out strategy or anything.
I mean,
they give their best.
They stick to what they know.
They stick to their know. They give the best that they could. For example, we saw the first matches and it was very competitive between the 2 teams. And we'll see how the low bracket goes after this.
We will see how the lower bracket goes. If you just joined us, this is the Challenge Summit Finals, Grand Finals 2019. It's been a great time, but we're going to go for a short little break because we're going to be rotating some of the casters and we're going to be giving you more games. Remember, Red Synergy X versus Brand Esport coming up next. Stay tuned.
6,000 restaurants delivered right to your door. Food Panda. Order food you love.
Yes.
Okay, whereas on Overclockers, Bad Apple with the Way of the Dragon
Okay,
and
good.
Chikundo.
Yes.
We've got Meow with a very good pew with the
Hurricane
Hurricane
Dance.
Dance. And Kalzo with the Hook.
Hook
Oh
and also
boy.
Brutal Massacre, one of the most longest duration for a single target lockdown in Mobile Legends.
So now, okay, so let's take a look at Resurgence composition and let's try to analyze what they need to do. Because the most that, oh, Poons! Oh, this is where they're going to try and
Oh, they're going
get,
full aggressive here.
Oh, Kulzo. Oh boy, this is bad positioning for them. There goes Sana. Sana could be in a lot of trouble here. Mr. V now trying his best to actually get... Oh, Bad Apple might actually get it.
Good.
Albi is going to go for it. Kulzo now has been taken down. RSG not in a good spot. There goes a kill there coming in from the side of Bad Apple. Kulzo managed to get the kill. Aeon right now.
This
Stop. Oh, there goes the stun.
look good.
This doesn't look good for the side of Resurgence. We've already said early on, it's a double kill with 1 kill there. Going over to Overclockers, a total of 3 kills for nothing in favor of OCS. What was RSG doing, Kara?
I have no idea. They're trying to go full aggressive to get that buff. But again, strong CC from Overclockers can secure kills and kills again and again until they got 3 kills just now. That give Overclockers 1000 goal lead in the first minute.
My god, this is pretty bad here. As we said already, Overclockers needs to reach that level where Poons will be able to go ahead. Now that Bad Apple is 2-0, I'm pretty sure that in the next few minutes, Poons is going to be popping off because Bad Apple is going to help him with the ganks and funnel him kills.
And also, this is Chow Assassin, where he already got 2 kills, so he probably can complete his Blade of Despair as fast as he could, which maybe like less than 5-minute mark or 6-minute mark if he keeps up this good work of clearing minion wave and getting all the jungles and also trying to get more pick off again and again. And we can see Resurgence seem to be having trouble I don't know, they're trying to do rotation, they're trying to give the damage towards the Overclockers, but they don't really have that proper way to secure a kill.
Oh boy, there it goes, Way of the Dragon right there, killing spree going over to
Lun?
over to Lun here. Lun right now trying his best to actually get the Jikundo. There goes the kill there going over, and Kulzo now has to flicker away. Finally, 2 kills going over to the side of Resurgence, but also 2 kills in favor of OCS.
Yes, from the team fight just now, I can see that they are really rely on Albi and also Lun, which is using Matis with the Decimate from his ulti, where can almost instant kill if the enemy life is low enough.
Okay, now so as we see it here coming in from the side of OCS, I do like what I'm seeing with OCS here because they do try to take the fights. They try to make some pick fights here, but Bad Apple now being able to go with the Jikundo. Lun and right now going slashing and dashing, but oh my goodness.
Bad Apple.
RSG, that's not good there as the wallbang is going to come through. Mr. V getting the first kill of the game, first kill for him of the game.
Bad Apple in a bad positioning, and Resurgence with that fast rotation just now, he couldn't escape anymore. And we can see like Resurgence is trying to give back the fight or the losses they're trying to get back the losses.
Hello, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Challenger Summit 2019 Final Playoffs. This time you're gonna be with 2 very, very guapo casters, Admats and also the Hound.
He more guapo than me, that's for sure.
Yeah,
but anyway,
sure, man.
Oh, the hair. Anyway, welcome back to the Challenger Summit 2019. We did have a little bit of a change up here. It's going to be Bren Esports going up against Axis Boss Cool.
Yeah, so apparently the first leg of our upper brackets, if the loser will drop down to the second second seeding of our loser bracket. That's why Brand does not drop down against Red Synergy. It drops down towards XZ Sports. That's why. So same goes to Overclocker and Insurgents. They will not drop down to the side of XZ Sports School. They will drop down to Synergy X. So that's
now
why, yeah.
It is really important. It's going to eliminate us. So who will be eliminated? Will it be Red Synergy X? Will it be Resurgence? Or will it be XZ Sports School? Or will it be Brand Esports?
Correct.
So this is going to be a matchup between Malaysia and Philippines. So if you guys are from Malaysia or Philippines, make some noise in the comments and show your love. Show nothing but love to any of these teams, regardless of who wins or who loses. Make sure you guys are sportsmen about it. You know, be proper sportsmen about it, and just show your support because everyone's a winner here. To be honest, I mean, you don't. I mean, yeah, you lost. That's fine. The biggest thing that I feel is you get the experience and you get that feeling of competing in a top tier competition.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. So speaking about Brand Esports and XX Bosco, it looks like the match draft has started. So Brand is going to start on the blue. They're going to have the first pick. Meanwhile, Axis Bosco will have the first pick on the second half of our picks and bans. So
Kufra and Harith being banned out from the side of Brand Esports, whereas it's going to be Kaja and Lunox being banned out for the side of Axis Bosco. So I believe that Axis Bosco has not had a very good time coming into this grand finals.
Correct.
Mainly because of a few mistakes that they've been making, but they have a huge chance to redeem themselves against Brand Esports. But Brand Esports is not a slouch themselves. They are a very strong team.
Yes, especially with that Chow pickup here on the side of Brand Esports. We've seen in the upper brackets just now where Coco played very nasty, very very Masama Chow, where Brandon Esports almost get that comeback from Team Reborn during the match, but due to the fact that mistakes were made, assertion was not good, Brands dropped out that game, or dropped out on the third game of that best of 3.
Now, this is going to be a best of 3 as well. All these final games are going to be best of 3, so we are going to go underway. What is really important in this particular matchup is Grok as well as Kimi has been picked up for the side of Axis Bosco, whereas for Brand Esports, they already picked out the Chow, which I think is going to synergize really well with the Franco and maybe another marksman that they might carry out. But Leomon is going to be the choice coming in for the side of Brand Esports, which I think is a very, very good pickup there. He will be able to dive the backline and do tons of damage aside with Ijo and a Lolita.
Yeah, well, we've seen Lolita been picked up here by Brand Esports previously in order to counter the Kimi. So again, they're gonna bring in the particular hero for the same particular reason. And as said by Hounders now, Leomot functions well in a team fight in trying to get the back line for somebody like a Kimi right here. So right now, XCC Sports needs a babysitter for the Kimi. I think Minotaur will be the best choice as of now, but we still have to see the composition that is coming in from the side of the Raid team, as Terizla will be picked as the fighter for Axis Bosco.
Now, I'm really curious to see. I know that a Lolita skill can actually counter quite a number of damage coming in from Kimi, but the thing is, we've seen it time and time again that every time Lolita is missing, that's when the damage is going to be coming in. So Lolita has to be present with whatever carry or main damage dealer that he has in order for the Lolita to counter off the main damage that's coming in terms of missiles from the side of Kimi. But I'm really interested to see what Coco and Rebo are going to be picking out to complement their composition. Diggy and Cloud being banned out here. I think there might be a carry being picked out. I think they might actually pick out a carry here for Bren, or maybe even a Granger.
I think it will be a brand new carry pickup here.
What?
No, just
I
kidding.
thought that was, they played with my feelings right there.
Yeah.
I saw a Tigreal and I was like, wait, what? No.
Tigreal works well right now. They actually.
I understand. I understand that Tigreal does work well in the public server.
All right.
A lot of times people don't know how to play around it, but when you're up against teams that know how to play around it, I feel like there are so many other better options to pick out aside from a Tigreal. Yes, his ulti will be able to pull everybody in, and yes, you'll be able to synergize it well, but we've seen it time and time again. People just fail out.
Carry Franco.
Carry?
Never mind that.
No, Franco was already... Oh, no. Franco was covered just now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But carry, I think Brand really needs this marksman to be played in. Genevieve, good choice as well.
Genevieve's a good choice.
Thinking as well. Franco is a very good thing as well. We've seen a carry and Franco in Brand Sports in yesterday's matches. But Genevieve works well as well.
For Brand Esports, right?
Yes, correct.
I just want to ask. Their composition is not exactly beefy. Compared to... Is their composition as beefy as durable as Axis Bosco? Because looking at their comp, I mean, there's the Grok, there's also Scott with the
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, which I think is quite beefy as well.
Correct.
But when we look at Guinevere, when we look at Leomon and Chow, they normally go either attack runes or basically they either go for attack or some kind of durable runes. Do you feel like this is going to be an issue for Brand Esports when they want to take some fights?
I'm not sure. No, I don't think so because as you can see from the side of Brand Esport, in terms of utility and crowd control, they are better. We have, let's see, we have a Grok and the last pick was, what again? Akai.
Akai,
That's
yeah.
the only utility and crowd control that they have. Esmeralda can't slow down people, can't stun. The only thing good about Esmeralda is the ability to tank and also do damage at the same time. Terizla, you have the ability to slow and slide knockback, but mobility is an issue for that fighter.
Mobility has always been an
And
issue.
Kimi is just a glass cannon marksman. She has only a dash. She does not have any kind of slow mechanism or stuns for crowd control reasons. In contrast, though, you look in Brand Esports, you got Lolita that can stun, Guinevere that can knock up, Chow without explanation, the Way of the Dragon, Ji Kundo, Leomot knockback. The only person that does not have any kind of utility or crowd control is the carry. And speaking of crowd control, let's control our games for the crowds here. This is the lower brackets for the playoffs. Brand Esports versus Axis Bosku. Round number 1. Brand on the blue, Axis Bosku on the red. Filipino Pride versus the Malaysia Powerhouse.
Alright, as we're going to be seeing here, early invasion coming in for the side of Axis Bosku will definitely help them out here. They just got to play this a little bit safe. We don't see any trades coming in because we do see topside there coming in from Z. He is going to be taking off that jungle camp, which I think is a really good choice coming in from the side of Axis Bosku. Whereas Bren is trying to play that shove lane or at least cover up some of the objectives before moving into these fights.
So I just saw UJ just managed to actually pick up that gold buff in before Evalex and Long came towards the top side. So thank goodness for the Guinevere managers to actually get that extra goal advantage on towards herself. So now Brand, as said by our caster here, Hound, it looks like they are going to play the shoving minion to your face kind of strategy here in the early games. As all of the members of Brand Esports are maintaining themselves in the lanes. Not much rotation has been done. In contrast of Axis Bosku, they went all over the maps. They rotated to top for a while. They came to the bot side just to take a sneak peek. But again, they do not stay in their lanes for too long.
Alright, so we do see Turtle now being picked out here, so I do see that Brand Esports could actually set up something interesting for them because they might actually contest this fight from the mid side, but numbers are not in their favor here.
That's true. So now you can see Axis Bosco aims to go for a very early turtle here, half HP. EJ finds out that the Malaysian team is attacking the turtle, and Guinevere could not secure that last hit as Esmeralda gets the last one by UJ. Uses the out, the Way of the Dragon pushing. I'm not sure what's that inside. Esmeralda away, and now the damage, the knockback. Lolita goes down. Axis Bosco gets that first blood.
And this is the Axis Bosku that we've been waiting for to pop
But
off
we're
from
not
the
done yet.
Crusaders.
Look at the two knockback charge here by the Leomod. And oh my goodness, straight off instantly after the first blood.
I like this kind of gameplay coming in from Brand Esports as well as Axis Bosku. Both of them making sure that they are giving best of the best to each other. What I like about Brand Esports is that they are very reactive in how quick they get trades, which I think that's really good. It really shows to the level of understanding for rotations coming in from Brand Esports.
Speaking
However,
about
for SK
rotations,
Bosco,
bot lane, but Scott manages to open the Hurricane Dance before the Way of the Dragon connects by Hayes. Surprisingly, Hayes is playing the Chow. I was expecting Coco to go for it and expecting the Leomor to be on UG. But this is the first time in our global, Challenger Summit to see Hayes playing a hero something like Chow. Even though it's not an assassin Chow, it's a tank Chow, but still, very high utility fighter that can set up traps, can set up plays, being on the hands of the player named Hayes from Brand Esports.
Alright, so we're going to be watching Axis Bosku right now going for all these rotations here. Rebo right now actually may move over to the top side here, and because Rebo is at the top side, he will be able to farm safely. And I think in terms of how he fights against Terizla, I don't see much danger here for Rebo.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-oh.
Here's nice knockup.
Boy.
The way of the dragon.
Boy.
Here you go, Bruce Lee incoming. Together with Rebo, will take the last in on towards the Starisla. A very nice 200 goal pickup here done towards the carry. Meanwhile, Axis Bosco will want to trade that kill by taking this second turtle away.
I do like the fact that Axis Bosco was very reactive in that way. They took the proactive stance. Okay, never mind. They already got the kill over to the top side. Let's at least get the turtle, and maybe we'll be able to scale with Kimi picking up some of that extra goal at EXP.
Oh, Bagenavia,
Oh,
sorry,
boy.
I have to cut you down here because Long has been stunned by the Lolita. Here comes Ribobo, Ripopopopo out from existent. Long is no more. Now Evil X will be chasing, has to use the spray, but the way of the dragon catching the rock in the air. Grog is not being focused as the backline. EJ now running very low, giving the kill towards the Kimi. Hayes has to run away, jumping over the wall. Jikundo towards the Akai, but Akai jumping in, by Genevia, jumps in time, knocked back by Deliomon, and he goes down, and Rebo, as small as he is, playing the carry, gains the 4th kill for Bren.
4th kills for Bren, 2 kills for the side of Axis Bosku. Rebo now with 2 kills in the pocket, and this is going to help him scale really, really well.
Oh my god,
UG getting taken down from the side of Axis Bosku. This is not what Axis Bosku wants. They want to deny. They want to take down this Rebo right here. Make sure that Rebo does not scale into the late stages of the game. But if Bren Esports keeps doing this, we're going to see Rebo pop off and destroy everybody when team fights happen.
That's a 2-0 KDA on the marksman of Team Bayan Esports. Hayes doesn't mind being humped back here by Akai, but does mind the coming of 4 members of X6 Sport on the top side. So turret will go down to the raid team, and Hayes being blocked back by the Guardian's barrier, but can simply just shumpo inside of it just to avoid. By the way, look at that lockdown towards the Leomont, but Hayes trying to get their attention away from the Leomont, but Hayes will go down, but Genevia will knock up Long. Long has been charged to the back. Esmeralda is no more. Now Bran, it looks like they want to go for another fight, but their focus now is on bottom lane. Can see Lolita together with Carry almost getting the kill on towards Terizla. Running very low, smashing the ground just like Thor. But unlike the Ragnarok of that Lightning God, he can't survive for so long.
Alright, we did see the bottom side turret for the side of Bren Esports now, for the side of Axis Bosku go down. So this is where the game is relatively even. I think there's only like 100, 200 goal difference here, which is negligible between these two teams. However, we do see that a lot of the goal has been funneled towards Rebo and mostly towards Rebo. So I think that's a really, really good sign that Brent Esports may actually pop up in the later stages of the game. Whereas Axis Bosku, they do have 4 kills and 2 turrets. It's a relatively even game, but I give the slight advantage towards Brent because they seem to be getting closer and closer towards that mid game spike where Carry gets a few items and moves on to the lane. Oh, beautiful stuff there being shot down to Evil X.
But Evil X just simply ults away. But the stun was good just because there's a turret there. It will be a very risky move for Brand Esport to start a fight. And now Hayes is hazing around at bottom lane, monitoring the movement of Axis Bosku as Brand Esport secures their first turtle of the game. And the push is coming in on towards mid-side. Rebo has to position well here, as we have seen time and time again. Sometimes Rebo overextended.
Yeah, sometimes Rebo overextends, and that's not a really good sign there. Oh boy, Evil X now in a little bit of trouble, but he is tanky to a sense that he will be able to sustain the damage. I don't think that there is going to be any commitment here coming in from the side of Bren Esports. Oh wait, I spoke too soon.
Nice knockup here. Genevia coming up. Here's the ult by the Lolita. Might get the stun out to Evil X. No, he's actually charging the immunity. See, jumping in on towards Genevia. Now, Lolita tries to save the day. It is just going to be a 2v4 or 5, I'm not sure. But all I know that Long manages to get a kill on towards Lolita. And Hayes at the back could not set up anything as Brand Esports is now down by 1 member.
Now, this is not very good for the side of Brand Esports here. EJ was a pretty important member of the team here as the main frontline shield. Let's take a look at itemization. Break it down for us, Mats.
Well, see Halbert on the side of Leomar. That's a very early item here for that fighter on the side of Brand Esports together with Bloodlust Axe. Endless Battle, Golden Staff, that's the usual core item for carry. However, on the side of Axis Bosco, BOD is the the attention item here that has been picked up by Kimi. And also Bloodlust Axe by Terizla. Calamity Reaper as well on Esmeralda.
Scott.
But you can see that Scott locking in the Leomon and will be the victim of the demise of Axis Bosco. Sorry. Now Hayes, luckily he's a bit tanky, can actually attack off the damage from the two members of Axis Bosco. But now mid-lane Rebo coming in. The knockout by UJ. Tremendous gameplay here set up by Brand Esports. And also securing the 5th tower for Brandon.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing here coming in from the side of BRE, Bren are going to be moving towards the Lord. Bren should actually consider taking up a trap here for the side of Axis Bosco, but it seems that Axis Bosco is pretty desperate in terms of
trap. You're calling it right, man. The trap was good, but UG did not actually out properly. But the ult was disrupted by the Akai. Kimi gets a good kill here. It was gonna be have to flicker away. EJ opens up the shield. Rebo wants this fight to continue on. The way of the dragon towards Esmeralda. Rebo overextended just a little bit, being saved here by Hayes. Now Long dying for the blood of Carry, chasing the marksman. Guardian's barrier is good, but the setback is that Rebo manages to escape. EJ together with Hayes has to give room for the marksman to go away, and Lolita is sacrificed here. But however, on the top side, Coco poking in towards the base of Axis Bosco by taking the 2nd tier tower on the top side again.
As we can see here, Evil X right now is going to be pushing over to Z. 3 members now looking to prioritize Hayes, but Hayes will be able to get away quiet, safe, and sound here. He's got to be careful that he doesn't get caught with Z. Z already inside that bush right there.
Yeah, and he has recalled going to top side where Coco was actually trying to attempt a split push here, while the other members of Brand Esports trying to gain attention of Axis Bosco. Hayes now is going to be a 4v1 here. The Chow will try to escape for awaiting reinforcements. Yes, Ganavia going to the back line, but could not get the out right here as Hurricane Dance has been opened by the Akai. UJ is still alive. Here Coco as well. Phantom Sia has become up. They want the Kimi straight away. Coco gets the first kill on towards that fight. Kimi goes down. Long running very low, but Rebo will try and take care of his position properly. Teresa opens up here, knocks the ground. Z will try to fall back, and Rebo could not actually exert damage. However, they managed to actually fend off Axis Bosco, giving them maybe the room or chance to actually gain the first lot.
Well, I do like what is happening here, coming in from the side of Bosco as well as Brand Esports. Both those teams played it really well. However, I felt like Axis Bosco was the one that walked away a little bit more with advantages in that previous fight. However, don't get me wrong, we've got a lot of players here that have a very good understanding of how to stall and what kind of victory conditions that they need.
So now, despite Axis Bosco leading in the kills 9-7, goal advantage is in the hands of the Filipino team at right around 3,000 gold. Brand Esports as well has acquired more turrets than Axis Bosco. Itemization wise, it's almost on the same par. Both carries and also mages acquires the items that they want. However, Ganavia looks like she gained a bit more items than Esmeralda, as fleeting time, double tears, and concentrated energy on the side of that mage for Brand Esports.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing here Axis Evil...
Not mage, I mean magical damage.
Yeah, magical damage, yeah. So as we're going to be seeing Evil X right now trying his best to actually get an angle to catch out Hayes, but the problem with Hayes is that he will be able to Shunpo over the wall, or at least Jeet Kundo over the wall, so that's not exactly a thing that a lot of people want to have a fence to see, right? So coming in here, Hayes has got to be locked up as quickly as possible, and he needs to get taken down very, very quickly. Mainly because if you let Hayes get comfortable, he will look for a way to destroy you.
So Rebo will start off with the lot as the other members of brand communicated to him that the access post is still quite far. Genevieve and EJ try to actually defend Rebo that is now taking the lot. But however, due to the fact that Akai and Esmeralda did not actually care about the two defenders over there, the lot has been resetted. Hayes tries to make an attempt on towards the members of Axis Bosco. The World of Dragon did not connect. And a little bit of a stalemate here from both teams. Coco could not do the split push as Esmeralda approaches him.
Alright, as the push is going to be coming in here, we do see Rebo as well as other members of BRE now trying to contest that Lord, but it's got to be careful though because Scott is coming close and it seems that Evil X also is nearby. Oh, we do see EJ.
Yeah, Genevieve tries to jump onto his Evil X, but a little bit too short though.
Alright, so there is a possibility here that there is a possibility that the Ash may get shot.
The Ash?
Like, excuse me, the
Kimi,
yo,
Alright.
oh yo. So anyway, I was okay, never mind. Anyway, I was seeing something. I saw something. I saw Axis, but I pronounced it as Ash.
Okay, understand.
So, oh my goodness. What a day today. So anyway, when we look at Axis, right? Axis.
Alright, okay.
They need to get into a positioning whereby they need to contest onto this Lord. We do see BRE right now getting into a very interesting spot here.
But yeah, I think it's just a debate, but Hayes again tries to attempt to actually the way of the dragon to the target that he wanted but could not get that position right. EJ as well now standing in front. Finally, maybe Hayes, the way of the dragon, has to go for the Grog instead. Now here comes Genevieve, wants thing to go for the combo, but Genevieve goes down, but Rebo has the space to do the attack. Just stop by Lolita is what they need. Rebo pulling in all that attacks and almost a wipe out here. 4 guys from Axis might go down. Here comes the cavalry, ladies and gentlemen. And there you go. Wipe out by Brand Esport. Talaga Braglang Maracas. They are going to end this Iyong Ang Wakas by Brand Esports. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Hound, I know they're speechless, but it looks like Brand is gonna win round number 1.
Round, that's all I understood.
Yeah, okay.
Round number 1. But anyway, that was exciting. Matt, that was just beautifully done.
Dude, that was a one-wipe turnaround, bro. I didn't expect that. Okay, I thought that maybe Hayes was like, okay, we have no choice. Let's take the Grog. Let's kill somebody. We take the Grog. However, it was just a debate set up by Hayes. Their intention was for Axis Esports to gather around for that Lolita ult. It was a 4-man stun.
Wow.
Talaga Magagagaga. I don't know how to pronounce it anymore. But it was amazing.
The Filipinos are just popping off. They're showing people that
Kamangha. Oh.
Filipino very matalino.
Very,
That's all I got to
very.
say. The Malaysian teams played really well as well. But it was just that one play. That
One big massive fight.
one big massive fight that honestly it could have gone either way.
Yeah,
can be
it would.
Bobo, can be Matalino.
Yeah, can be both. Yeah, true.
You know, I mean, like if BRE failed in that situation against Axis, oh my god, against Axis, it would have spelled doom for BRE. I mean, it wouldn't have cost them the game, but it would have set them behind a lot.
That's true. Because now you look on the stats here, MVP, none other than Rebo, free hitting on that side, using the wall as the barrier, man. I mean, the middle structure there as the barrier. Look at that. Rebo, best pusher of the game, 57%. I mean, best pusher of the team. 57% alone by Rebo pushing the tower. Damage-wise, 53k, and that is what all he needed to end the game.
That was what they all needed to end the game. I felt like that was a pretty decisive play coming in from BRE. However, they've got 2 more games to go before we can actually proceed.
1 or 2.
1 or 2, yeah.
Yeah,
Potential
1 or 2.
3.
Potential 3 games.
Potential 3 games in total. We've already completed 1 game already. So they have 2 more games potentially.
Correct.
So if BRE wins this one, there is no need for a 3rd game.
Yeah, that's true, guys. Wow, that was massive here by Brand Esports. However, Axis Bosco must not phase from this.
Yeah, I mean,
because
it's just a small mistake.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah, so they still have the chance to actually make the turnaround, the reverse sweep here away from Brand Esports. But it's all up to this upcoming game. I mean, this next game. If Axis falter out, they will falter out entirely from our tournament. However, if they win, we're going to see game number 3.
I would like to see a game number 3. I mean, to be honest, it would be nice to see both these teams actually compete against one another and bring out the best in each other. But at the same time as well, I do believe that these teams have the capabilities and abilities to basically fight each other out.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, this is what high-level Mobile Legends is. One mistake costs you the game.
One itsy bitsy mistake. The mistake was they can't reach Ibo. That's all.
And
That one fight.
and that one fight, that one wipeout just immediately spelled doom for them, because I believe that Rebo, excuse me. Rebo. I'm mispronouncing everything today.
Rebo Kuribo.
Rebo, yeah. So as Rebo was being able to just dish out free damage, no one went over to him to disable him.
Correct.
And it was just
It was just
end
a
of
free
the
hit
game.
spree, man.
It was just the end of the game.
Yep.
You know, and with Speedy Light Wheel and how quickly he actually Carry actually sets off the attacks, and I think one of the skills, I think is the ultimate as well, right? He has like a double attack.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So you get more procs and you literally just shred to everyone per health per maximum health damage.
Yes, per maximum health
Exactly.
damage.
So that's the problem here with this situation. When you get a carry that's able to free hit and you don't have anyone diving into the back line, it's immediately GG. I've got to give, come on, we are both around Malaysia, right? But we have to give a lot of salute to the Filipinos, because
a lot of
they played that
respect.
really smart.
Man, Filipino pride, man. This
They-
is not
they-
Wakanda anymore, man.
Eh?
Filipino.
But anyway, like the Filipino teams actually did it really well
True.
against the Malaysian teams. They knew for a fact that, okay, we might not actually win this fight if we take them directly.
Yeah.
So let's bait them out. Let's put them in a situation where they're not comfortable fighting. And in the end, Rebo was in a good situation.
Rebo was in a good situation. Genevieve, despite dying, actually set up the fight very well for the Lolita ulti.
Okay, so let us go into the second draft then.
Let's go. All right.
So this is going to be interesting to see, yeah?
All right, let's see.
Break it down for us.
All right, break it down. There's two logos on the top. Just kidding. All right, guys. Round number 2 here, ladies and gentlemen, for the best of 3 in the lower brackets here. Axis Esports is going to be on the blue. Meanwhile, Branners going to be on the red. They're going to be switching side, and the bands is slightly different this time, as Axis Bosco finds that Chow is a very bad threat to them, so banning him out would be the best choice. Kaja as well, and Kufra Esmeralda has been banned out on the side of Brand Esports. Now for the first pick, will Axis Esports gets their Grok, or maybe they have something else in mind?
I'm pretty interested to see how this is going to go here. Esmeralda as well as Kufra, Kaja as well as Chow being banned out here. So there's not going to be any backline divers here coming in from the side of Brand Esports, because they did use it pretty well. With Kaja, there's no Divine Judgment, and now Way of the Dragon, Chow has been eliminated. So, has been banned. I'm always saying all the wrong things today. Okay, eliminated is different from banned. But anyway, with Chow not being in the game, there is not going to be any Shanpo back into the backline, no Way of the Dragon to deliver the sweet high-value target, which is somewhere like a Claude or a Marksman, into the hands of either team. So I think this is a really good thing coming in. Evil X picking up the Grok as well as the Lolita here from Scott is good. Rin the Burden picking out the Claude. What do you think about Rin the Burden's Claude here compared to EJ's, Kimi, Yuji's, Harith, and Coco's Leomon?
I think as of standing as of right now, they look pretty even. Because Brand Esports, they're playing this gambling counter game. They picked up 3, I can say, carries.
3 really strong carries, yeah.
Kimi, Harith, and Leomot, giving the space for Axis Esports to counter back. As you can see, the first counter came out, which is Lolita, which counters back Kimi, and Claude with mobility can actually avert damage or any kind of engagement from the Harith and Leomon.
Do you think Franco will actually do well for Bren Esports?
Oh, definitely, man. Look,
Axis Esports already, Axis Boss School has already banned out the Minotaur.
correct.
Right? So, Lunox
Alright.
also has been banned out. So, I mean, with Coco on the Leomon, yeah, and the Harith as well as the Kimi, there is some really good damage here.
You were right, man.
I told you. I mean, I see it sometimes. You know, I just see it. And I feel like this is just going to help them even out their composition. Because with the Franco, one thing that I don't like about the Franco is that it's a single target. It's a single target hook.
Yes.
And it's also a single target suppress.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing about it is a single target suppress that is one of the longest suppress in the game. You get suppressed by that, your grandkids have graduated by college by then. Right? But here's the even bigger thing here. Selena as well is one of those heroes that the further the Abyssal Missile travels, the longer the stun is, right?
Yep,
and a
correct.
little bit more damage that comes through. So I think that could be fairly even, but between Hayes and Lung, in terms of Selena and Franco, I think Franco's a little bit more reliable.
And to add to your point, at least the suppress from the Franco is a 100% hit suppress.
Yes.
Yeah, you can actually sidestep and avoid the episode arrow. And if you have something like Lolita, you can actually block it. So it's not as effective as the ulti from the Franco. However, both team has brought in their heroes here. Last picked by Brand Esports is an Akai. I think to fend off the engagement of Lapu Lapu and Selena that is on the side of Axis Boss School. So now, Ham, your take on this around number 2 compositions.
There's a lot of takes that I can make in this situation, but like I said beforehand, we can only speculate. But at the end of the day, it's all about the execution that matters. But I think that I'm gonna give it a slight little. It was Bosco on our left,
Yeah.
and then this side, right?
Yeah, this at the blue. Yeah.
The blue, right? Okay, so I'm gonna give a slight little advantage to it, Brent. Slight little advantage because, to me, I think that their CC is a little bit more reliable. But at the same time, we can't deny the fact that between Axis Bosco and Brent Esports, it was just one mistake.
Yes, that's true.
But I mean, it can happen to any team.
We've seen the lack of CC that has been done by Axis Esports on round number 1, where Brand Esports, which has higher CC, won that match. So, EJ extended a little bit. Petrified does not hit anyone, but that's fine. Still early in the games. Nice move here by Axis Bosco, preventing Akai and Kimi from trying to invade the jungle on the blue side. But Franco is actually waiting there. And will Evil-X and Long be surprised? No, nice pull out of their blue buff. I mean, that buff away from Axis Bosco. That will delay them slightly, which gives some room for the other members of Brand Esports, especially the one in mid lane, to actually gain extra advantage in terms of EXP and level.
Alright, so as we're going to be seeing it here, for those of you guys who messaged our pages thanking us for speaking Tagalog, we would like to say thank you very much for each and every one of you guys supporting us. Remember to like Global Rogs if you like the content. Big props to AdMats for actually going on Google Translate and looking for all those words. I only know matalino and guapo. That's the only 2 things I know. Smart and handsome. That's all I know.
So to our Talagog viewers, salamat po, salamat.
Salamat.
Thank you.
Yes, that's a very, very good thing to say. And it actually sounds like almost the same thing that we say in Malay too, but it's a different meaning, right?
Yep, salamat means thank you, salamat means
safe. Yeah. So anyway, safeness is going to be something that's
his-
not going to be existing.
no.
Hayes is going to go down.
The first blood goes to Axis Bosco and the Harith. What is the Harith doing? The Harith actually fighting long, but Rindaberna
boy.
coming in with the blazing duel. Could not get the secure kill onto his Harith. However, Axis Bosco gains 2 kills. I'm not sure where the second kill comes from, but this is a very good lead for the blue team.
And that Blazing Duelist was definitely something. The dance of the gun just comes out really, really well there. But at the same time, we did see that Brand Esports did not get the first blood this time, and it's going to be Axis Bosco that is on the lead right now. I feel that this is going to be good for Axis Bosco, but at the same time, will they be able to actually, what's the word for it? turn that lead into a snowball and try to get that victory.
Or trying to attempt for a steal by using Phantom Steed there. It looks like Coco missed the opportunity window. But never mind, it's still very early in the game. Turnarounds, turnabouts can still happen as we progress. But the fact says it all. Axis Bosco has a very good lead despite Brand Esports gaining more goal advantage. Now Evil has been knocked back by EJ that is using Hurricane Darts. Evil cannot do anything, but here comes Lapo with that double stun. Akai goes out on the side, double Selena. Franco has to actually lie on the floor as his HP bar goes to 0. Axis Bosco now is in front with 4.
Now this is going to be very interesting coming in from the side of Axis Bosco versus Brent Esports right now. It seems that the early game has been controlled from the side of Axis Bosco, which I think is pretty good coming in. But I feel at the same time as well, Brent Esports could do better in some of these exchanges. But I feel that Brent Esports needs a little bit more time for them to actually pick up the pace. Oh, Evil X being able to steal that away from Coco.
Yeah.
I think Hayes needs to actually set up some kills here for Rebo.
Set up by
As we
Kill.
said.
Yeah, there you go. The suppression is there. We can report Lapu for AFK there as he's standing too long and giving the kill towards Kimi. Meanwhile, on the top side, Axis Bosco will go for that trade by taking that. Never mind, Brand will do the same as well. This time on the bottom side. So both teams will actually destroy one turret each. However, Brand Esports gain one extra turret as they have managed to actually destroy the top lane turret earlier in our game.
Alright, so now Axis Bosco doing a pretty good job here, trying to get their pressure onto the mid side.
Nice Akai.
Nice little Akai jump there. Scott now in a little bit of a problem, tries to go for the stun here, and he sees that the fight is going to be popping off. And slowly but surely, Bosco now showing who is in control of this fight. No deaths on either side of the teams here, or no catches. So I think this is a pretty good spot. Hayes could actually maybe consider a pull here.
He actually pulled it already.
It's on cooldown.
Yep.
So as we're going to be seeing this here, Rebo now putting in, look at the damage.
He can try to pull. Oh no, he pulled on the wrong area, but it's fine. The turtle goes to Brandon Spot, but the suppression also Evil-X. Low HP goes to the kill towards Sarif. Akai goes up, but but it's okay. They just got the kill onto Zolita. Now Long is in the midst of it. Fall down, kill towards Kimi. Double kill, Marksman. Rebo again.
Oh my god.
The saving grace of this Filipino team.
They are, I mean, Rebo is definitely the hero, the Lodi of Brand Esports for that particular fight.
Oh
no! That was pretty close there coming in. But here's the thing though, Rin the Burden actually needs to pick up. He needs to pick up, he needs to start getting kills if he wants to stay on level with Rebo.
Yeah, oh my god. Again, a close call here for Axis Bosco from two members as they almost fell down to the side of Brandy Sports. Rebo did quite a lot of damage towards the Malaysian team here. Now, Long will charge towards to Coco. I cannot explain the items just yet because Coco now, Fantasy, pulling Evil X to the back. Lapu misses the stun. But on the other side of the map, Harith got killed, got a kill onto Scott. And Scott standing still, but never mind, still the kill goes to Brand Esports. That is a double towards the Harith. He's waiting for the hook to be out of the cooldown. Might want to hook anybody, but nope. Since that Hayes is on 2 bars of HP left, he will walk away and maybe reset his HP. But now, approaching to the 7 minutes of our match, Brand Esports looks like they're coming back.
Alright, we're going to be seeing here UG right now taking a little bit of damage here at the... A little bit of unnecessary damage, to be honest.
Yeah. I think
that wasn't Matalino. That was not Matalino at all.
Yes, that is not. That is not my guapo friend.
That is not very guapo at all, sir.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, let us look at Evil X as well as Z right now. They're going to be pressuring onto the mid side here. This is going to open up the turtle for them, but they've got to be careful. Coco is waiting in the bushes here just to wait and jump and spring onto the turtle. We do see other members of the side of BRE right now looking towards the contest.
Waiting for the pull. But Rebo manages to actually fend off Evil Legs here. The turtle is now dropping half HP. That pull is good. The suppression is there. Scott now running very low. Lolita could not stand the damage, has to fall back. However, in the meantime, opens the Zama for in the middle of everything. Lolita goes down. Turtle has been slain. Lapu, you have to be careful, my boy, because Evil Legs has been taken down. Franco takes the control. Selena, EJ, petrified. Oh, towards the Lapu. Here comes the Filipino pride to your face. Axis Bosco could not handle the utmost damage of Brand Esports. Brand Lang Malakas, and they're gonna push mid and bottom lane together.
Oh my goodness, this was just insane here coming in from the side of Bren Esports. They are showing what it is to be Mobile Legends gangsters towards the Malaysian teams of Axis Bosco. And just so you guys know, Axis... Oh,
nice pull there by Hayes! Malamig pull! Now the stun, Balorita cancelled out by the Akai. Oh my god, nice maneuver there by EJ, preventing the Lolita from stunning 3 members of Brand Esports.
Brand Esports Malakas, so Malakas when we look at how they are fighting it out. And look at Hayes going for all those long range pulls. And it doesn't look very good for the side of Axis Bosco if this continues on, because the amount of pressure that's being put on by the side of Brand Esports is just insane here. 10 kills in their favor, 5 turrets already in the pocket for the side of Brand Esports, whereas Axis Bosco in a bad spot here.
Yeah, the push is coming on the top side. Rebo pumping in all the bullets here. Hayes has been stunned. EJ has to fall back, but the suppressor was on towards the ground. Axis made a wrong step here. Arif gets the kill to ground, but the Lolita with the 3-man stun. Will it be enough? No, I'm not so sure. Selena goes out towards the Kimi, and here comes Brand Esports trying to bite back Axis Bosco. The start was good, but the execution, the follow-up was not. Here, overextending to the side. Scott running very low together with Linda, but it has to sidestep to the back one by one. Brand Esports dishing out damage, and they managed to have access to the top side of Axis Bosco right here.
This was just insane here coming in. Look at the amount of damage that's being blocked from the side of Scott here. I do like the fact that super minions are already mobilizing towards the top side here. This is going to make sure that Axis Bosco stays inside their base and just defends, and allows Coco, allows BRE as well as other members of the team to just move around freely.
Again Hayes? Oh no, I thought...
Hayes, man. Hayes is a sniper with those hooks and those suppressors.
Yeah, man. I have no words for him, bro. Alright. Item-wise, BOD on the hands of Kimi. Brand Esports together with Ice Queen 1. Attack and slowing down. That's a very good item here picked up for the Marksman on the side of the Filipino team. Another hook, this time hooking away the buff. Tried to give it to Rebo. Rebo manages to get it though.
Rebo was able to get it, but at the same time, as you can see right now, Rin, the burden is only 0, 1, and 1, whereas Rebo is 4, 0, and 4. They are going to go for the Lord here, and this is just going to be bad here. I mean, Lord is just going to be taken out.
Oh, Evil X, no, our position, the suppression is good.
What was Evil X doing that alone?
Oh my gosh, the mistakes has been made, and life has been paid. Evil X goes down, now Axis Bosco is down by 1 man. Brand Esports has the Lord. They're going to push it in, most likely towards the top side, alongside the pathway of the Lord. EJ is inside the base together with the other members of Brand Esports, waiting to pounce.
Alright, as we're going to be seeing now, BRE looking to end this game, not wanting to go to a 3rd game at all. And they are knocking on the doors here. This is the potential end for the side of Axis Bosco. It seems that everything is poised towards Brand Esports, and they didn't have to rely on Axis Bosco making any mistakes. This is just BRE playing at a different level.
Alright, Zamapoy has the open. UJ goes in, takes an instant kill onto Selena. Oh my god, this is gonna be BRE finishing everything. One by one, Axis Bosco has become the victim of the merciful Brand Esports. Triple kill, and there you go. Brand Esports.
Malakas! That's all I gotta say. Bren is super strong going up against Axis Bosco. Axis Bosco is not a team that is not, how to say it, that's not a weak team. They are not a weak team.
They are very strong. We've seen it time and time again. Axis Bosco, aside from this tournament, actually is a very strong team. But again, Nice gameplay here by the Filipino team on the second round. A bit better than the first, if I can say so myself. 17-6 overall score. MVP is given this time to Yuji, playing a very perfect Harif. He did not actually die at all. 808. If in Chinese, that is a very good number.
Yes, it
Pat
is.
Ling Pat. It's a
Yes.
very good number here to obtain on that Harif. And well, with that 2-0 win against Axis Esport, the ever so Malakas team, Brand Esports, will proceed to the lower brackets. Awaiting them, it's either Red Synergy X or Resurgence right here. Oh, the brackets is already ready.
The brackets are already ready. Brand Esports already goes up. So will it be Red Synergy X or Resurgence that faces off against Brand Esports? We shall wait and see. That was insane. We have 1.4K viewers out there. So hope all of you guys are enjoying the show. Whether you guys are from Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, doesn't matter. Hope you guys are enjoying. Make sure that you guys say hello in the comments. Be nice to each other. Be nice to each other. Ah.
All right.
Don't be not guapo, please.
And if you see in the brackets just now, Resurgence actually won their first game against Red Synergy X. So if Resurgence wins another one, and then it looks like it's going to be a Singapore team versus a Filipino team in the lower brackets. They are actually playing simultaneously as we are live casting this one, so we just have to wait and see for that news. However, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to our final playoffs here. Back to the upper brackets, the next match, it's going to be Team Reborn versus Team Overclockers, Malaysia versus Vietnam. But, again, so many buts, man.
So many bets.
But we're going to have a short break, all right? But but again, oh my God.
So many buts.
We will be right back for more Challenger Summit 2019 final playoffs.
6,000 restaurants delivered right to your door. Food Panda. Order food you love.
And speaking of crowd control, let's control our games for the crowds here. This is the lower brackets for the playoffs. Brand Esports versus Axis Ball School. Round number 1. Brand on the blue. Axis Bosco on the red. Filipino Pride versus the Malaysia Powerhouse.
All right, as we're going to be seeing here, early invasion coming in from the side of Axis Bosco will definitely help them out here. They just got to play this a little bit safe. We don't see any trades coming in because we do see top side there coming in from Z. He is going to be taking off that jungle camp, which I think is a really good choice coming in from the side of Axis Bosco. Whereas Bren is trying to play that shove lane or at least cover up some of the objectives before moving into these fights.
So I just saw UG just managed to actually pick up that gold buff in before Evalex and Long came towards the top side. So thank goodness for the Guinevere managers to actually get that extra goal advantage on towards herself. So now Bren, as hit by our caster here, Hound, it looks like they are going to play the shoving minion to your face kind of strategy here in the early games. As all of the members of Brand Esports are maintaining themselves in the lanes. Not much rotation has been done. In contrast of Axis Bosco, they went all over the maps. They rotated to top for a while. They came to the bot side just to take a sneak peek. But again, they do not stay in their lanes for too long.
All right, so we do see Turtle now being picked out here. So I do see that Brand Esports could actually set up something interesting for them because they might actually contest this fight from the mid side, but numbers are not in their favor here.
That's true. So now you can see Axis Bosco aims to go for a very early turtle here, half HP. EJ finds out that the Malaysian team is attacking the turtle, and Guinevere could not secure that last hit as Esmeralda gets the last one by UJ. Uses the out, the way of the dragon pushing. I'm not sure what's that inside. Esmeralda away, and now the damage, the knockback. Lolita goes down. Axis Bosco gets that first blood.
And this is the Axis Bosco that we've been waiting for to pop
but
off.
we're
From
not
the
done yet. Look at the two knockback charge here by the Leon mod. And oh my goodness, straight off instantly after the first blood.
I like this kind of gameplay coming in from Brand Esports as well as Axis Bosco. Both of them making sure that they are giving best of the best to each other. What I like about Brand Esports is that they are very reactive in how quick they get trades, which I think that's really good. It really shows to the level of understanding for rotations coming in from Brand Esports.
Speaking
However,
about
for
rotations,
Bosco,
bot lane, but Scott manages to open the Hurricane Dance before the Way of the Dragon connects by Hayes. Surprisingly, Hayes is playing the Chow. I was expecting Coco to go for it and expecting the Leoma to be on UG. But this is the first time in our global, Challenger Summit to see Hayes playing a hero something like Chow. Even though it's not an assassin Chow, it's a tank Chow, but still, very high utility fighter that can set up traps, can set up plays, being on the hands of the player named Hayes from Brand Esports.
all right, so we're going to be watching Axis Bosco right now going for all these rotations here. Rebo right now actually may move over to the top side here, and because Rebo is at the top side, he will be able to farm safely. And I think in terms of how he fights against Terizla, I don't see much danger here for Rebo.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-oh.
Here's nice knockup.
Boy.
The Way of the Dragon.
Boy.
Here you go, Bruce Lee incoming. Together with Rebo, we'll take the last in on towards the Starisla. A very nice 200 goal pickup here done towards the carry. Meanwhile, Axis Bosco will want to trade that kill by taking this second turtle away.
I do like the fact that Axis Bosco was very reactive in that way. They took the proactive stance. So, okay, never mind. They already got the kill over the 4th kills for Bren, 2 kills for the side of Askins.
Round is gonna be me and Matt again, but this time with my dear old friend Karakuri.
Where Hound is taking a short break, and we'll be back after this. But
I've
never
lost
mind.
my pen.
Oh, what? You have lost your pen? Never
It's
mind.
okay. It's okay. Go ahead. Yeah, I found it here.
Okay, that's nice. Alright, so after this, we'll be watching Reborn from Malaysia going against Overclockers from Vietnam. Okay, we know Overclockers tends to go for that late game meta, but for Reborn, they sometimes can go aggressive in the early game. So it all depends whether when Reborn goes for that early game straight, can they finish off the game as fast as they could before Overclockers gain their power spike.
Well, we just have to see. I think the lobby is already ready. So let's go inside to the first round of the draft picks. Team Reborn versus Overclockers. Reborn is going to start on the blue. Meanwhile, Overclockers will be on the raid.
And Akaja, Cloud, Kimi, and Kufa has been kicked out from the game. Cho has been taken by Reborn as their first pick. But, well, we see Harit, Lunak is open, and also Grog is open here.
Yeah, the Grog. It's not a first choice for much of the teams right here. If there's a child
Yes.
free to be picked, so Reborn is displaying that particular situation here. So again, as said by Karakuri, Cho is a very good pick here to be picked up by Reborn, as Cho, as we all know, is a very good fighter with very high utility and also crowd control. But on the other hand, you can see the Overlockers has a Grok and Lunox, and that is a two very high value pickup that are done and brought in by the Vietnamese team.
High value pickup by Overclockers, as these two heroes enable Overclockers to go for that early game aggression and allows them to do pick off, because the amount of damage from these two is already big enough in the early game. But Reborn securing that CC with Cho and Minotaur, and also magic damage from Esmeralda. All they need left, if they could just get that Guinevere to combine with all those knockups.
Yes, that's true. We have the Chow, we have the Genevieve, very good. Esmeralda to provide frontline damage, and also tank, said by Karakuri, if Team Reborn gains that Genevieve, this is gonna be a very
your team is
a knocked up match, if I can say so. And Overclockers, they secure the marksman first, maybe banning out the claw. However, again, if they don't ban out the Genevieve, if they don't pick up the Genevieve, then Reborn is gonna bring them hell.
And Overclockers are securing the late game with Carry here, because they already have good early game heroes with Grog and Lunox. So Carry is for the late game, which is nice. And for Reborn, they're banning out Digi because they know they have a good CC lineup as of this moment, and Digi can cancel that out.
Yeah, so Digi out from the game, Selena out of the game as well. The idea is that maybe Overclockers might assume that Reborn wants to go for Selena with the setup of Akai and Minotaur after that episode hero hits. But Reborn has other things in mind. Guinevere is not disturbed at all. Will be picked up by Reborn, and I think it catches Overclockers off guard. Did not expect the pick actually. Judging from how they behave.
It can be predicted already that Guinevere is a very good pick for Reborn, because they got 2 knockup and now 3 knockup with the Guinevere in their lineup. And with this, they can do aggressive rotation, trying to get a pick off. They have enough CC, they have enough damage, and that will give enough pressure towards the Overclockers, while Hayabusa can do the split pushing.
Alright, Joyhead, a very niche pick here done by Overclockers. I just have to wait and see what will Overclockers do with this composition, because that Jawhead actually slightly off my books to calculate in.
But still, Ejector can just turn the table around.
But dude, Ejector, it took for him to conjure that with this lineup.
Yeah, but again, it's depending. If it can be done properly, nicely, it just, might give them a little bit of advantage.
Dude, it's a suicide mission, man, to go ejecting.
It's a suicide mission, but the thing is, Diggy has been banned out. And CC on, let me see, Reborn lineup is already strong enough. So they need something to disrupt that combo. And Joyhead is I wouldn't say it's a super bad pick, but it has the ability to disrupt that combo.
Alright, so let's see how the disruption can work. Reborn from Malaysia versus Overclockers from Vietnam. This is gonna be the first round of the best of threes. Upper brackets, upper brackets finals actually. So the winner will actually secure the slot in the grand finals of our Challenger Summit playoffs. Let's just say first 2 wins will win, and the loser will actually drop down to the loser bracket and face off with either Resurgence or Brand Esports.
Okay, as of now, what I can say, based on the lineup, Overclockers have a bit of an edge in terms of damage for the early game, but Reborn has the advantage in terms of CC and also balance damage. Whoop.
Overextended Reborn, but never mind. The outcome goes to the Malaysia team as Overclockers will be wiped out 1 by 1. That is a 3-on-1 trade done by Team Reborn against Overclockers. It looks like the Esmeralda pick together with Minotaur works pretty well, even in the early stages of our gameplay.
Yes, and in the bottom lane, Bad Apple able to secure that gold buff from 2 heroes. And what I can say is that even though Overclockers have the damage, it's quite hard for them to, secure the kill when they don't have the city. Bad Apple ejected Mal into the turret, but then again, it wasn't focused by the turret damage just now, so no damage is being done towards that show.
But Apple still wants to go ejecting Esmeralda, but I think he's fine because Esmeralda was not aggroed by the tower. Caesar Grog has to use the other way to run.
Has to come to kick off Reborn back into the line. And we can see that in the middle lane, Taku is trying to dish out damage as much as he could towards the tanker Minotaur here. But Minotaur has the ability to heal, so doesn't really mind the damage given out. And at this moment, not many of the heroes is slowly getting all their ultis. All of us reaching level 4, so we might going to see more rotation, more gang after this.
Esmeralda did not notice that the Grog and Lunox is actually hiding inside the grass here. And Lucy M facing off with Meow together with Taku in the front and the back. Meow could not actually use the ult. And you can see that Turtle is now slowly being picked up. Esmeralda wants to jump in, but Chow is not yet level 4. The Turtle has been picked up here by Overclockers, but they're not looking for a fight. But Team Reborn is knocking up 3 actually. And Lunox has gone down. No more damage here for the side of Overclockers. That's why they fall back. And this is a 4-1 on the scoreboard in the first 3 minutes of the game. Aaron dodges away with a Shadow Transformation.
Because like my point said during the drafting, well,
transfer.
Reborn does have that, ability to give pressure with the 4 lineup. They got Cho, they got Minato, they got Esmeralda and Guinevere to take the attention away from Hayabusa. They can do split pushing just now. And even though Taku did manage to get the turtle, but overall Reborn controlled the team fight just now.
And talking about control, Kulzo loses his edge actually from trying to walk through the side bush over there. So rotation coming in by Team Reborn, this time on towards both sides. They want to aim for that Arcane and carry. Carry will be initiated here by the Cho. The way of the Dragon stopping the Marksman. Balusiam on the back. Will Minion is free. Stopping the Arcane and Guinevere as well. That is the knock-up combo that we are waiting for.
In the top
and
lane.
Arcane goes down. Meanwhile, on the top side, Aaron will shadow kill. Try to avoid a nice shadow transfer done by the Hayabusa player and averted the 3v1 fight.
Nice juke just now. But then again, Johan in the
it looks like Hayabusa wants revenge here. Ejector is that. Bad Apple could not maintain the tankiness that he has. He goes down. Chow takes a kill. Solo kill onto Scary on the bottom lane. And Overclockers dropping members 1 by 1. This time, Taku knock up. There's also Esmeralda. More damage to be dished out. And 8-1 Malaysia.
At Matt knock up combo is so good right here, right now from the bottom lane, top lane, mid lane. Overclockers is having trouble how to stop this pick-off that is being shown by Reborns again and again. And a top turret had just been knocked down from Overclocker just now. Reborn is very comfortable in this early game. 5-minute marks, 8 kills. He's already in their belt. Overclockers only managed to get 1 kill so far. But the goal difference is not really that big. Only 3k difference. Advantage more towards Reborns.
Alright, now Silo sees Kulzos and manages to actually this quite sum of damage towards that what you call it, Grok. So now with that, Reborn knows that a lot of members of Team Overclockers will be diverted their attention to a stop side. They will get this turtle easily away from the Vietnamese team. And that is the second turtle, no, the first turtle they secured, because previously it was actually picked up by Taku.
As of now, Overclockers need to
Oh,
avoid fight.
nice shadow kill, gets the gold buff, and also the fat Akai. Brilliant has been used, but Genevieve is actually waiting on the sideline, at the back, Esmeralda jumps in, and Malaysia will get another one. However, Esmeralda has been shut up, Minions is there, can he use the Purify, touching run away, Cool Zone now will be left alone, but the damage is not there to take down the Grok, and 10 to 6 minutes into the game, and oh my gosh, a very, very fast and intense game displayed by both teams.
And Reborn won that fight in the bottom lane just now. But Joe in the top lane managed to get one more turret, and the bottom lane also, Gulliver managed to get another turret. So like that's already 2-0.
Oh,
Whoa.
nice flicker! Oh, I want this Gajoy so bad, and there you go. Chow gets what he wanted, taking the kill on towards the Jawhead nicely. Tower dive, waiting for the meter to full. There you go, the meter is full, but where's the way of the dragon? He does not have it. I'm not sure why he engaged in that fight in the first place.
And Reborn is showing dominance this early game.
Okay, never mind that. The way of the dragon is there, but Akai is debating the Minotaur and also the Genevieve. Genevieve goes down. Silo wants to fight, however, his teammates wants to go for the push onto a stop side instead.
There is a nice lockdown on the wall by Mia using Hurricane Dance, denying that pick-off from Reborn, stopping them on their tracks. And as of now, Overclockers is trying to place it Buffon!
Shadow kill will be enough, I don't think. It will be enough. Together with the Shuriken thrown out by Hayabusa. Kenny goes down. Now Taku is in trouble. Knocked out by the Jikundo of the way of the... No, way of the dragon, sorry. Of the Chow here. And he will go down, Taku. Akai tries to lock in that Hayabusa. Hayabusa will go down with a tower turret shot, but it's fine. Trade off with Akai. Kulzo will try to run away, but Esmeralda has no intention in getting that Grok. Now,
one by one.
Chow 1v1, but straight to the face. Chow goes down. Winx will knock up. Another knock up here by the Genevieve. Will fight 1v1 against the Joy. Joy has the shield, but could not have the damage as much as Genevieve. Pause has been called here by the Grok.
And Matt, as we can see, Reborn has a better lineup to do pick off again and again. While Overclockers, they don't really have that reliable CC to lock down on enemy team for them to do pick off. They're only dependent on, let's see, Akai to use the Hurricane Dance when the enemy team is already coming in and doing the combo. But that also depends because Guniver can also jump into the back line.
Correct.
Joe also can also jump into the back line. How are Akai going to be in all the right places?
So you want to see how can Akai be relevant in our fight, correct? So Akai will only be more relevant if the Grok is there. Because you see situation time and time again where Akai engaged very well, but the Grok could not get the charge properly in. The Guidance Barrier was okay, but I prefer it to be comboed with the Hurricane Dance by Akai. Imagine this, look at this. If the Guardian Barrier jumps down, Akai sees there's maybe one or two members of Team Reborn near to the Guardian Barrier. Spin it off. Two guys got trapped. Easy pickings.
Yes, they can just make the wall on the by themselves and lock down just like that. But we need to wait if Overclockers can do that combo because as of now they're having trouble to do their pick off. While Reborn have no problem at all. I think it was more than 10 kills just now.
Yeah, it was 15-5.
It was 15-5. That's 3 times the amount of kill compared to overclockers. So well, needless to say, Reborn is controlling the game for this early phase, but Overclockers is known for delaying that game, give all the farm towards the carry to carry the game towards the late game later on.
Well, I'm not so sure about what you say just now because they could still delay the game, but the deficit is just way too big. I think Overclockers might let go of this round number 1 and maybe focus more on round number 2 and possibly round number 3. If they manage to do so, then only we can see how powerful Overclocker is.
But you only let go around after you give your hardest. So they still have a chance. This is still early game. We are just entering into mid game after this, and they still have a lot of time to try to make a comeback, and the match has been resumed. And let's go into the game again. Cool. We can see that Reborn is controlling the jungle easily because 3 turret is already been taken down by Reborn just now. So Overclocker is having a trouble to get the farm that is needed, since Reborn is always trying to get that easy pick off because they have the ability to do so. And for Overclockers, they do have the damage, but they don't have the chance to dish out those damage.
Yes. So now, let's see if Reborn could actually close up our match as they are slowly approaching towards the base of Overclockers. The Jawhead is now looking like a bad pick here as he is feeding 1/3. Lucy could not jump in. Together we're going to be able to start a fight here. And as the Grog and the Jawhead maintains under the turret.
And we can see that Hayabusa is keeping that pressure towards the bottom lane, while the rest is, sticking together, get that pick off, give the pressure towards the Overclockers. Like, come, give all your attention to us while our Hayabusa is doing his job in the bottom lane.
He is not doing his job, only he is going for the kill on towards the freaking Jawhead. And there you go. Tries to hit it, but hit it to die. And Reborn gets another kill. Now the combo is here, the way of the dragon takes Taku out. And Genevieve jumps in together with the Esmeralda, and Akai, despite being all fat, flies in the air and goes down swinging. 3 members of Overclockers has been eliminated by Team Reborn, and well, with only 2 members left inside of the red team, Reborn, let's go for some Lord.
Yes. Get that lot, get the advantage to do the next push over here, because they need to end this game as fast as they could before Poons using carry get the power spike needed, because carry as a tank killer can kill anyone with ease in the late game. Kuzo having a bit of trouble to trying to sustain the damage given.
Oh, there, well, lagi sekali lompatan dibuatkan. Oh, sorry, why suddenly I speak in bahasa Melayu? But never mind. Reborn secures another one. Apparently, people told me that I accidentally used the word lompat.
Oh, ada lompat tadi ya?
I don't know.
Sorry.
See? So, never mind, it's okay, let's continue on. Reborn now pushing it on towards mid lane. Yeah, we're Malaysian cast, so we can speak English, and I can speak Tagalog a little bit. So now, blue team wants to go for the win, going for a 2-lane push. Hayabusa using the shadow kill at the bottom lane. Lord has actually slowly entering the base, and well, look at that, knocking him on towards the Jawhead. Jawhead will be taken down, giving killing spree on to get away. This is what I was talking about. They have to do this much earlier, but now it's just way too late in all sides. Team Reborn is approaching to the base of Overclockers. Now mid turret high ground is left to be taken up. Genevieve bravely jumping it together with Silo, and there you go. I think it's a knockup. Yeah, that's true. Jikundo on towards Lunox. Lunox go down. I mean, not Genevieve just now. Esmeralda, I was mistaken. Then now Reborn one step closer in getting round number 1.
Yep, only 1 turret left in the middle standing to defend that base, and Reborn have no problem with ease control their positioning, get the target that they wanted, while Overclockers with no reliable CC, it's quite hard for them to defend their core heroes. And the thing is, the wombo that we wanted from Overclockers were the Garden Barriers by Grog and Hoken Dance given up by Akai to lock down the enemy. Yes, they did once just now.
Yep.
It was well done where they get the kill for the bottom lane, but Chow, Mal, very smart, very smoothly take down the top turret, And also the Lord was still standing.
Yep, I'm slowly mistaking Guinevere with Esmeralda, man. But it's fine. Oh my god, Gulzo almost got caught, ejected back. And CeeLo at the same time is pushing the minions on the top side. Look at the mid lane high tier, high ground tower, sorry. Now running very, very low. And Lucy M waltzing through inside Reborn's base here. Minion is there. They can actually try to go for the tower pickup. But still diligently being defended by Overclockers. Finally been nice Minion's Fury, but there's now no outcome from that. Guinevere can still go for the knockup here. Yeah, he did. Joe has been knocked down together with Kulzo on the Grok. Taku running very low, but they don't want the kill. They want the Nexus. And the first round best of 3 goes to Team Reborn.
Yes, one step forward to go into that grand final, while Overclockers need to make a comeback in the next round. If not, they're going to go down towards the low bracket.
So let's see the end result here for our match in round number 1. MVP is given towards CeeLo, that is using the Esmeralda 5-1-11 in terms of KDA with a score of 10.4. And can't say CeeLo does a lot because number says that the only thing he does is actually jumping to the front lines and maybe soak and dish damage. But a lot of it was done by Mal, that is using the Cho with the setup, with the push, the split push. In fact, it's actually Mal did more work than Eren.
Yes, but Ivan was there to like get the attention, try to push a bit, pressure, pop back away, go towards another lane, while Cho Mal finish off the job. But nevertheless, it was such a nice lineup draft from Reborn just now, which shouldn't have been given that easily.
All right,
by
guys.
Overclockers.
So now, Reborn securing the first round on our best of 3. Just literally one win away to be slotted in the first slot of our grand finals of Challengers Summit. It's been a grueling 2 days for them, and judging from how they play in the second day, they are improving way better. In the grouping stage, we see some inconsistency from the Malaysia team, but this time Reborn coming in strong. Yeah, we know that Reborn has brought in new roster. Diorang ada roster yang baru. So with this roster playing in our Challenger Summit, they are actually experimenting formations, plans, combinations, and
not only experimenting, but also improving, making it much more stronger.
Yes, that's true as well. And this is what they are displaying in day number 2. Okay, now for round number 2. Looks like the lobby is almost ready. Once we're ready, we're going to jump into it straight away. But in your opinion, Karakuri, what does Overclocker needs to do to actually defend and maybe bring our game to the game number 3?
Alright, first thing off is definitely the drafting. You can see that Cho is already been taken by Reborn. And then the second pick is their Minotaur. Alright, and then they move on into the second ban phase, which they didn't take Guinevere, or they didn't ban away that Guinevere, which, well, Reborn just take because it just synergized. The skill from all the heroes just synergized that well, and it was shown in the match just now where they can just easily, either way, like any lane, they can get pick off without problems.
Yeah. So now I think both our warriors from Vietnam and Malaysia is ready. I'm just waiting. We're actually waiting for the cue from our marshal to start the game. There is a slight problem here in lobby. Sorry, why the wire is too short? There is a slight problem here for the players to enter the lobby, but I think the problem will be averted shortly. So now.
Okay, let's talk a bit more about Overclockers just now.
Okay.
Alright, let's come back to Overclockers. Okay, Overclockers is, for me, I known them as a late game team. They really like to play in the late game. They don't really focus on the early game. That's okay. That's alright. They did get Grok. They did get Lunox. It's a good pick. Good first 2 pick taken by the Overclockers just now, but they didn't able to secure somebody that can lock down or give them a way for them to do the pick off. The damage is there, the rotation is there, but nothing that can secure a skill for them.
Yeah, that's true. So again, the Grog and Akai, those two did not actually like teamed up to make the setup because as we said earlier, Guardians were dropping down, Akai Hurricane Dance, Grog can actually simply just go and hit. It was not seen. It was only seen at the last fight.
Yeah, only seen at the last
Yeah,
fight, which actually give them a
Slight
win over the
advantage,
fight.
yeah, slight edge over there. But due to the fact
It's
that
too late already.
it's already too late, Team Reborn has the upper hand, more items, more levels. But well, we just have to see in round number 2. However, we have to take the short break. Apparently, one of the players wants to go PP, so let him go PP while we go poo poo. So we're gonna have a short break, but don't go anywhere. Round number 2 right after this. Team Overclockers versus Team Reborn.
6,000 restaurants delivered right to your door. Food Panda. Order food you love.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after a brief
short break.
toilet break, a brief toilet break, we are back for more Challengers Summit 2019 finale playoffs. Round number 2, Team Reborn versus Overclockers.
And this is the final upper bracket. So whoever win this round will become the finalist for later on of the day.
Yes, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the draft pick for the second game. Malaysia versus Vietnam. Team Reborn. Team Reborn versus Team Overclockers.
Yep. And over where we Reborn just now in the first match, they
Your
already
team
get
is
1
earning.
point. Overclockers need to get 1 point, otherwise they're gonna get kicked into the lower bracket, but they still have one more chance after
Yes,
that.
that's true.
So depending whether they want to allow Reborn to be the first finalist or they themselves
Your
want to be
team
the first
is earning.
finalist. And we can see that Overclockers is on the blue side, Reborn is on the red side, and we can see the ban as of now, Kimi has been kicked out. The same thing goes to Kaja. And for the Overclockers, the second ban.
Kufra, alright. They
Your
just want to
team is
avoid the
earning.
bouncing ball damage, I
Yeah.
think. And also Kufra's ability to engage from far away.
And also-
Plus that ultimate can really disrupt a whole group.
And also that bouncing ball can deny dash ability.
Yeah, that's that as well. So, putting out Kufra, we can sense that Overclocker wants to go more for a more mobility
Your team is picking.
kind of composition. But with that Claude banned away, will Overclockers take the Cho, or will they give it to Reborn again?
It's either Cho or Grog first. Cho.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Your
good pick
team
here
is picking.
because Overclocker met their demise because of the Cho pick done by Team Reborn.
And because Overclockers didn't have the ability to do pick off like smoothly just now, while Reborn do have a lot of ability to do pick off without any problem at all. And as of now, Grog is hovered by Reborn as is. This moment they can get early game aggression with Grog. They can do rotation, they can do invasion, but depending on pair up with what.
Your team
They've
is
taken
picking.
Esmeralda, because just now we see how Esmeralda can give a lot of effect into the team fight.
So it's gonna be given to Silo again for the second round. Most likely Lucy M is gonna be playing this Grog, because we've known that in the side of Reborn, Lucy M is the tank user of that team in our Peninsula Challenger Summit. So now overclockers, next two picks.
Okay.
There's gonna be a damage pick here. No, yeah,
Selena.
I think it's gonna be a
Okay.
Selena pick
Your
together with the
team is
Franco.
picking.
Very interesting draft here by overclockers.
I like this lineup more from overclockers, you know, because they do have the CC, they do have the burst damage from the Selena, and they have like, let me see, Franco the single target lockdown, Cho also single target lockdown, Abyssal Arrow, if hit like almost all of the skill is like a very long duration of stuns.
Yes, that's true. Suppression from the all of
Your
the
team
Franco,
is
the
back.
pool, Selena Abyssal Arrow, Jikudo, we have the Dragon, nice lockdowns on the side of overclockers. But Reborn is going more aggression here as Rizla has been picked up.
They
Lack
give-
of utility.
They're giving up more priority towards the damage and, you know, roaming here with the Grog, Esmeralda,
Your
and
team
Terisla to
is
take care of the
back.
off lane while they do the roaming. But I don't know, I don't see a pick-off potential yet, just yet. We just need to wait. And Carry has been banned by overclockers, like 3 marksman is already out.
Yeah. So maybe a Granger ban just to, for the sake of it. No.
Nope.
It's going to be a DG ban for the side of Team Reborn. I think they should not ban that. Rather, they should just pick it up. But never mind. Let's see how it goes. Diggy being kicked out by the side of Reborn. So now the second half of our picks and ban. First pick for Team Reborn. They should pick a Marksman Granger. If they don't want to, maybe a...
Guinevere.
I was about to say
Your team
Guinevere
is
to be
picking.
comboed with Terisla. So Guinevere is the pick for Team Reborn. Most likely they won't be picking a Minotaur, as they will be lacking. They will have lack of damage if they pick that cow over.
Depend. If they still want that knockup combo, they can still go for the Minotaur.
No
but
follow-up.
But then again, like you said, like reduce damage in the
Yeah.
lineup.
If there's no damage later on if they picked up the Minotaur. So overclockers, Hayabusa is hovering it up, and speaking of a Minotaur, it's not going to be on the side of Reborn, it's going to be on the side of overclockers. So this is going to be an Assassin Chow, Franco and Minotaur will be the tanks, Hayabusa will be the split pusher, and Selena will be the
Burst magic damage.
pickup.
Okay. This is the first time that I think it's my first time watching overclockers going for that double assassin, focusing heavily on split pushing and also early game here. I mean, usually we see they will always secure one marksman to secure the late game, but this is like a nice change of pace by overclockers.
Okay, damage is what they need. As I said about Team Reborn, Hellcut will be put in to supplement that. So now, for round number 2, a tremendous change in terms of composition from both teams.
Yep.
What do you see, Karakuri?
Okay, I prefer this lineup more for overclockers if compared to the previous round. But Reborn still do have a nice lineup to, give out the damage and doing pick-up, because Hellcat can also do both dealing damage and also split pushing.
Yes, that's true. So now, for round number 2, let's see if Team Reborn could actually win this and go to the grand finals, or will overclockers drag the game and go to game number 3?
Yes.
You just have to see, ladies and gentlemen. And while we wait, why not you guys give a like and also share this live stream through the world. And also, don't forget to like and follow this Facebook page, Global ROGS, for further information of our Challenger Summit. And rumor has it they're gonna do another one end of this year. But that is just a rumor. So for you to know, for those who want to know what rumor is this, like the Facebook page. Come on.
Don't forget to follow. Alright, we can see Grog. But Joe coming in strong. Boons! The damage output is super strong. Guinevere Guniver is still in front. Okay, no more damage output being done by the overclocker, so he is still a bit comfy there. Doesn't need to worry about getting killed by the charges now.
Alright, so crisis averted. Grenadier almost been taken down there over the brave move made in mid lane. Taku will go for the invade, gets that jungle monster from Esmeralda. Straight away goes for the gold buff. Silo is still waiting, but that is a very fast Hermit Crab pickup here done by Taku.
And in bottom lane, I wonder who won the gold buff. They're still
yet.
contesting over it. Aaron, Hayabusa, Bad Apple is running away, but Silo.
Silo on top side. Ooh, oh my god, stunned, but luckily he's in front of the tower. Not. Oh, never mind then. Eaten by the Croc, taken out by Taku.
Yep, that was the first blood given towards the overclockers. Bottom lane, I don't see who get a gold buff. Hayabusa managed to steal from 3 people guarding it. Oh my god, it's such a good start for overclockers for this round.
Alright guys, overclockers coming back strong on game number 2. And kills there, expecting a pull, but it's a Grog charging over the wall.
CC immunity, that is why Grog is able to do aggressive rotation and also leading the team towards a team fight because of that CC immunity. And we can see Aaron is trying to stop Bad Apple from gaining a lot of goals and clearing the lanes, but now Meow is here.
Ooh, Aaron is tanking as much as he can, but that is the power of Terizla. Even though he's a fighter, but still, looks like a tank.
Yes, he has the tankiness, he has the damage, but the only thing lacking is just the mobility. That's the only, the weak point of Terizla.
Right. It looks like your friend is surprised you're casting in English, son.
My first time casting in English, by the way.
Alright, so now, putting that aside, Kulzo will want to go for the suppression towards the Gunnery goes down, but Taku has been eaten up by the Deadly Stinger. Hellcat gets his first kill, but the Way of the Dragon locking down the assassin of Team Reborn. Hellcat is no more, now puts running solo. Mia with the Way of the Dragon. Here comes Bad Apple, wants to go for the Shadow Kill ultimate, but not enough damage just yet.
But
Tower diving Mia, oh wow.
Oh, a bit dangerous, trying to get a kill. Bad Apple.
Very naughty, need a kitty cat there by the back line. You can see that Bad Apple is left all alone. Meow overextended, leaving his Hayabusa to be taken up by Terizla.
And as of now, 3 minutes mark, the kill is still balanced. Goal difference is not that much, so I can say the game is still balanced between these two teams, and no threat has been taken down as of yet. So it still could be anyone's game, but depending on the rotation that is being done. And I don't see Haya as someone that is focusing on split pushing as well now. He's still trying to get that farm.
I mean, still very early.
Still very early. He need that farm. He need that level. He need that item to being able to take down turret as fast as he could, and also the mobility to move out if Reborn trying to catch him.
Lucian spins a little bit. It's Meow to open up a bit of a wound there in terms of HP. Kulzo and puts proxying, trying to actually hasten the push on top side. Meanwhile, team overclockers will take this turtle up. And nope, that crisis fight averted. Kulzo will out on towards the Hellcat, but this is a time for Reborn to actually fight back. And if you guys are going to Franco, Chow goes down as well, but Hellcat will die in the trade. Taku and Bad Apple is in a very bad spot. Nice guardian barrier. Taku cannot run away. Bad Apple tries to go back into the fight, wants to get a kill, but nope. Selena will go down and Reborn. My goodness, this team.
Overclockers got the turtle buff, but they had to sacrifice 3 people, and it's still not yet finished.
Oh, goes back for Guinevere. Shadow kill is there. Taking out the Guinevere. Aaron will want to get the kill on towards Meow, but Meow is so tanky. Oh my gosh.
I mean, with that turtle buff, to be fair, he has that slight advantage in terms of damage. So he's very confident. Where Guinevere was alone just now, Shadow Kill, full damage was given to the Guinevere. There was no way Guinevere could escape alive just now. Bad Apple, Aaron.
Oh.
Hey, Juke here there.
No,
is the ulti up? Nope, ulti
nope.
not up.
Wait, Aaron goes in straight away. Ult's in there. Bad Apple once back. Oh no!
He's been waiting for the ulti.
never underestimate the power of a ninja.
Oh my god, Bad Apple joking.
Oh, nice juke! Oh my god, Bad Apple playing a very tremendous Hayabusa. Even Silo can't catch him. Oh, oh!
Can he run? Can he survive this? Can he?
Oh, oh my god! Bad Apple! Bad Apple! That's a very, very naughty Hayabusa. Oh my gosh!
I think Bad Apple is the next Naruto. For
Oh
sure.
my
For sure.
god.
He
Even Naruto can't do that, man.
He outmaneuvered Reborn easily. Oh, Minotaur coming in.
He cancelled out of his Maintenance Fury because the silent passive by the Hellcat.
Oh, no wonder the Minotaur couldn't be completed just now. And maybe Kuzo in a bad trouble. Nope, still able to survive. That stun from Selena saved him from getting picked up by Reborn just now.
Alright, Kulza running straight away to school. Lucky I'm running straight away to Kulza. Kulza will go out from the brush. Genevieve is trying to defend mid lane, but bottom side, Terizla will push in. Luciam rotating towards mid, giving more presence towards Genevieve. So now Terizla manages to actually take bot lane. Let's see the 1v1 fight at bot lane. I think, there you go.
1v1.
One more. Ooh,
Are
Shadow.
you gonna come back? Are you gonna come back?
Yeah, he tried.
He's being a bit naughty here. Might be dangerous. Glock is almost
Go,
there.
almost, no! Bad Apple cannot run away this time. He is just too low. And finally, they managed to get that ninja from the shadows of the Land of Dawn. But Tata goes to overclockers. This is gonna be Genevieve stuck in between. Sorry, Esmeralda stuck between everything. Genevieve finally jumps in, but Hellcat is no more. Now Eren has to move in fast, but he's very slow here. Start by Selena, but he comes with the ult, knocking up two, getting the first thing on towards Franco. Wants to go for Taco. Genevieve misses his skill. Eren has been stunned. Taco, will he go in? Oh, Guardian's Barrier procced enough time for Eren to run away.
2 for 2 just now, so it was a bit balanced. I mean, the kill is still the same, 8-8. And for the goal, a bit more advantage towards overclockers by 3k. But then again, we can see like these two teams is not giving up in any stuff. I mean, the objective, they still contest for the turret, they still contest for the turtle, and even in terms of kills, they're not giving each other an inch more than what they have.
Alright guys, atomization, slowly core items is coming out.
Yep, Hellcat is almost finishing that Blade of Despair while Cho already completed and on the way to endless battle.
Oh yeah, Poons, the way of the dragon, tries to secure the Grog. Luciab charges away. Now the other members of Team Reborn coming in for the counterplay. Genevieve gets the count towards the Franca. One by one, people are dropping dead. But it looks like Overclockers will be the team that come out victorious. And I'm running very low. Double kill. Selena wants to go for Silo. Might be a triple here towards the Sassy, but nope. It's the Chow kill instead. But still, Team Overclockers trading Kulso for 4 members of Team Reborn. And at the same time, Mal manages to actually do a slight split push on the top side, gaining 1 turret away from Overclockers, and my oh my.
Trying to compensate that loss, but the loss just now was so big towards Reborn. And now it's like 6,000 advantage over Reborn. Reborn is only 20k, Overclockers is 26k. So they will give a lot of goal advantage and also level advantage towards Overclockers. And we can see, as of now, Overclockers is very confident in doing their pick-up, giving pressure towards all the lanes. Hayabusa at the top, Chow in the bottom, while still giving up in help in the team fight. Whoop.
Okay, and also Esmeralda jumping in a little bit too early. Night Force, it looks like Hellcat is chasing that Bad Apple manages to enter, but Hellcat could not lie still to tank that damage from Hayabusa. Now Eren will also drop dead soon enough as Taku is attacking the Terizla, and there you go, killing spree. Lucy M now is in a wild goose chase, but Bad Apple goes in, Shadow again, but one more, almost getting that Guinevere. Bad Apple showing the Kage Bushi no Jutsu very well against Team Reborn.
That is some high-level gameplay of Hayabusa just now coming from Bad Apple. I mean, he got the kill, he got the turret, and even Guinevere come there to stop him. He can still give Guinevere a run for his life. Whoops.
Oh, there you go. The law goes to the side of overclockers now. Oh my god. One by one, bit by bit, Reborn will be taken up by overclockers with the law spawning on top.
Oh!
Look at Bad Apple's damage onto a Hellcat. One skill is all what he needed to make that Hellcat to be on 10% HP.
Oh my god, Reborn has got to do something about this Hayabusa. They need to stop his split pushing, but sending someone to send will only give one free kill towards Bad Apple. How are they going to stop this pressure from Hayabusa? Meanwhile, they still need to handle Selena, Franco, Minato, and also Cho.
Right, so now Overclockers and Reborn. Reborn is in a pinch as Overclockers is pushing from all fronts. Lord is closing in on towards the base of Team Reborn. This is Lord level 2, Lord number 2 of our game. Block access with the gutter barrier, but at the back you can see Hayabusa, and that is the nice hook there by Franco, taking down CeeLo, and also the Minions Fury by the Minotaur, knocking back Aaron. Aaron cannot survive a 4v1. That is just suicide. Meanwhile, on the Silent Apple on the last hit, takes down Halcon, and well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Overclockers has woken up, and they will get this Glock before getting the game from the Team Reborn.
And there was a good wipeout toward the end of the game. And now we're gonna go towards the third match.
Oh my
what
God.
a game shown by Reborn and Overclockers right here, right now.
Yes, that's true. The Challenger Summit Finals looks pretty much more interesting here on day number 2, as teams are displaying different strat, displaying unique pickups. And here you go, Overclockers, after a very devastating defeat on game number 1, comes back strong on game number 2, giving MVP towards Spoons, despite that not so tremendous KDA, but still good enough for the team to win.
Yeah, because Poon did set up a lot of kill for Taku just now, and because let's see, Taku is getting about 8 kill because of the play made by Poon just now.
Yes, correct.
But not forgetting as well, where Reborn did give a good fight, Guinevere, where the combo wombo just knock up and cut like more than 2 or 3% at one time. But then again, they just couldn't stop Overclockers.
Yes, so now the last game of our series will be the decider for these two. Man, I'm not sure if I'm in good luck or bad luck here. I casted 2 games of best of 3s.
It just shows how
I mean,
much
3 rounds of best of 3, so yeah.
I know you're a bit tired.
No, I'm good, bro. Brand and Axis also gave me energy, bro.
It was so hype. But then again, like I said, this team that is competing in this final playoff, they are all trying to give their best. They're trying to become the champion. They are not going to give that easy 2-0 win just like that.
Yeah, that's true. So now, round number 3, Overclockers. It looks like they woke up from clocking a little bit too slow after getting that win over Reborn. Will Reborn themselves to actually get this last win against Overclockers, or will Overclockers just clocks it away and book the slot on the finals here? Because Resurgence and Brand Esports, they are actually waiting to see who or which team will fight against them right now, but we just have to wait for Reborn and Overclockers to actually finish.
And it's interesting just now how Overclockers changes from their normal strategy where they usually focus on the late game, but this time around they're bringing that pick-off line-up also together with split pushing capabilities, which I think they just caught Reborn by surprise.
That's true enough. So I'm just all bamboozled here. So I'm just waiting for game number 3 to set up. Putting some notes actually for me not to actually get confused.
Yeah, because I mean a lot of things been going on. I mean you have seen a lot more matches today with a lot of 3 match again and again. So like of course that's too much data in your head.
Yeah, too much data. I'm actually still playing data here on my book. So Zan, Karakuri, your expectation for game number 3 as we are approaching towards the draft.
Okay, it all depends on Reborn because Overclockers has already shown their true colors. They're not only able to play the late game, they are also able to play split pushing and also early game pick off.
Yeah.
So Reborn, they need to be
Your
prepared. They need to
team
prepare
is
the drafting against both strats because Overclockers can do both.
Yes, correct. So, Chow Fadil has been banned out
Together with
on game
Kaja.
number 3, so both teams could not have the chance to actually take the Chow. Kaja, never seen the light of day. Only seen once actually.
Your team
In
is
my
picking.
castings. Did you see Kaja in yours?
Only once.
Only once as
Only
well.
once in this tournament.
I think
only
is it us?
once. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, right. So we only see once or twice Kaja has been played into our playoffs, and apparently, despite not being so popular in our finals, Claude is banned out though. So this leaves a lot of room for other heroes to be
Your
unlocked, just
team
like
is picking.
Kufra, that has been secured by Overclockers.
And Harit and Runok is still available. I wonder which team will be getting them. I mean, as of now, Overclockers already have one magic burst damage, Selena, so they can abandon both of the set hero. But Reborn,
Reborn has the chance to actually pick up the Harith.
they really need one of those two. Or if they are greedy, they can get two.
But I think it's just one of the two. They can let go of the Lunox. Better get the Harith in. But Leomart will be the more popular and favorable choice here. No, never mind. Aaron will play Haya yet again. And Silo
team is picking.
will be playing Esmeralda for the third time. We see Aaron played Hayabusa on the first turn, on the
Yes.
first game. But on the second one, he could not manage to get it, as Bad Apple is the one that gets the Hayabusa. And now, finally, on third game, he wants the Hayabusa so bad
Yes.
that it was picked in the early phases of our picks and bans.
They don't want to give that Hayabusa to Bad Apple once again because Bad Apple has shown a
Your
way
team
high
is
level of
dying.
gameplay just now. But Overclockers now have the Guinevere.
Yeah, this is a very good. What I can say for Guinevere is that this particular hero combos very well. So with so many engages like Minotaur, Minion's Fury combos very well with the knockout of the Guinevere. Akai, to be honest, works well as well. But now Kufra also works very good against with Guinevere. Kufra jumps in, Guinevere also jumps in at the same
But
time.
then again, even without those combo or
Your
other
team
heroes,
is dying.
Guinevere is able to do pick off on his own.
on her own.
On her own.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay, understandable. The player is a guy, but the hero is a girl.
Yep. Okay.
So Trizla will be banned out from the side of Reborn, despite Aaron is the one that used Trizla in round number 2. So now Overclockers on the last ban, smart ban it will be a Digi ban.
I mean, we can already see pick-off potential from Overclockers, but Reborn, we're still not seeing any pick-off potential.
Hayabusa is a good pick-up potential.
I mean, like CC for like easy
Your
pick-off.
team
Yeah.
is
I mean,
picking.
Yeah,
I mean,
only
Esmeralda
a
can
Grog,
kill,
only a Grog,
anybody
yeah.
can kill, but to make it easy, they need that CC.
Yeah, only a Grog that has that. Oh, my goodness, Overclockers, oh my gosh.
Oh, they are giving back the medicine towards the Reborn. Revenge for the first round, I guess.
Kufra. Guinevere.
This is a bit scary. I guess Reborn is going to have
Alright.
a hard time. Reborn is definitely going to have a hard time. But then again, Reborn is trying to secure a late game hero here by trying to get that carry.
Finally, the Harith will be picked up a bit late here, but Harith has the ability to actually dodge all of this, but carry,
And they don't have any reliable CC right here.
they don't have, except for Grog. Grog has only one, which is the
Wild
charge.
charge.
Yeah, the wild
But
charge only.
Again, there's someone like, yeah, and then that's
Done.
it.
That's it. Oh, this is going to be a very risky game here by Team Reborn here. And another CC prone, fighter here has been picked up by Overclocker, Leomon. Leomon has the ability to knock back enemy teams.
And
over
also the
charge in
ability
Phantom
to
Steed.
go into the back line
Yes.
easily to get that carry. I'm not seeing a good.
I'm not
picture.
seeing a
I'm
very
not
good thing for Team Reborn here. Wei.
Yes, a bit worried.
I know this is a Malaysian team. We're from Malaysia, live casting in Singapore for Global Challenger Summit. But the composition is, I can't say it's disappointing,
It's not,
but it's kind of
for-
risky.
yeah, for me it's really risky because they're really focusing on that, big damage. Like You know, just throw away that CC. We don't need CC. We just need all the damage. We're gonna dish out all the damage as soon as possible before they complete their CC.
Yep.
But like when the team fight start, everybody need to commit. Everybody need to commit.
So, well, commitment is the key here for Team Reborn to win. Let's say after 2 devastating rounds, round number 3 will be the one that decides who will go to the grand finals and who will drop to the lower brackets. Will it be Team Reborn or Team Overclockers? We just have to see in this match.
And both teams have been showing their good performance. Top performance, Reborn with the first round, Overclockers on the second round with the surprise pick, surprise strat where split pushing is in their capability as well. And as of this moment, we can see both teams is trying to play it safe. No buff invasion being done here.
Yep.
And all they're doing is just clear up their own lane, trying to clear up the jungle as soon as possible. And now contest for the gold buff. Camera up, bottom. Gold buff will be given to Overclockers. Top will be given towards Reborn, unless they're going to do something.
Oh, Gedavias goes for the steal, but not Winex gets the buff. Now, the steal attempt looks like they will pay with their life. First blood has been picked up here by Winex from Reborn. Mia will try to run, but the tower dive, no, the attempt is there. Lucy goes, he wants blood, and he wants to give the kill towards the Harif. It's fine, man. Both them dies off, but that Harif secures a kill for himself, and that is a 2-on-1 trade done by Team Reborn.
And Harif even got the gold buff just now. So like Grog is like, it's fine, I'm gonna die for you, man. I'm gonna die, and you get the kill, you get the gold buff, you know, get the item, get the level needed, my friend. And as of now, Overclockers is a bit behind in terms of gold, but not much difference. They still have the ability to, you know, give a fight back towards Reborn right here, right now, because they have the better possibility to do a pick-off much more easier compared to Reborn.
Alright, so it looks like in the early stages of the game, even without CC, they managed to actually gain the first blood over Overclockers, and also now slowly getting that turtle, but the Grog has been caught up. Gedavias with the knockup as well. Selena gets the kill, but Salman Force has opened. Kulzo tries to actually gather Winex, but Winex look very agile here. Kulzo running very low and dies towards the carry. 3-2 here, Reborn. Well, as you were saying, Karakuri.
Reborn, when the team fight started, they just need to commit to dish out the damage as soon as possible before the Overclockers could lock them down. And that is what being done by them so nicely, which is why they can be able to secure 3 kills. And Hayabusa and Meow,
Oh, yeah,
are they going to get that kill?
Meow could go large, but
I mean,
Aaron knows that if he continued, it will be a wasteful effort here, as Meow could actually heal up and minions free, stopping Aaron.
Yep, he's a tanker, so it's a bit hard to be taken down, but Turtle here has been taken by the Overclockers to balance back the momentum of the game.
actually jumping towards Esmeralda. Mal throwing his weapons on towards Bad Apple. Bad Apple now has to run away after opening Phantom Seed. But here comes Harif. Kufra tries to go for it out, but there's no effect. And Selena has been blocked with the Guardian's Barrier. Reborn coming in strong. Another kill goes to the blue team. Malaysia, truly Asia, as they secure 3 kills without trading any.
What?
Never mind, make it 4. Genevieve will die here. R.I.P. Puns.
They can't stop the damage being dished out by Reborn right here, right now. 7 kills in a 4 minutes mark. Overclockers only able to get 2 kills so far, even though they have the advantage to do a clean pick-off. But the damage from Reborn is too much. It's just too much.
So nice minions fury. Aaron still survives that ult, so he can just shadow away, recall, and reset. So Reborn, well, their strategy, I doubt it at first, but now it's slowly bringing them advantage against Overclockers. Nice Garden Barrier. Kulzo could not actually bounce back to the turret. Meow at the back has the Rage Meter quite filled up, but still do not have the minions free to actually be casted out.
They do have the advantage in damage, but this is definitely a risky lineup being bought by Reborn. They need to commit to kills, and this is what they're doing.
Yeah, Zaman Force has been opened together with Esmeralda jumping in. Meow being blocked by the guns better by this bag. You can see that Taku sneaks inside, gets the kill on towards Harith. Poons will jump in. Lucia has been stunned by the Abyssal Arrow. Lucia's will be secured. Nope, no knockups here from Esmeralda. Taku will be playing with his foot. And nice. There you go. You don't have to take the one. Oh, no!
He survived!
No, he survived apparently. What?
And a bad apple facing Hayabusa Aaron right here right now, but not much of a problem for him. Aaron doesn't have enough damage as of now. Mal, whoop, almost getting hit by that Abyssal Arrow.
I'm always expecting Lucy to actually be killed there, but oh my god.
Well, it's just not his time yet, my friend.
Yeah.
And we can see Aaron coming back in, half life.
Bad Apple, look at that. Grog Seaway goes for the hit here. Bad Apple will come back as Meow. Minion is free, hitting number 2.
Taku.
But Taku on the sideline has to fight with Harith together with the Silo on the Esmeralda. Taku can still position himself against under that turret. But Silo together with the Harith did quite a lot of damage to Leomont, where both Leomont and Harith will go down in both teams here. 8-4. And at the same time, Esmeralda is pushing top lane to actually secure a turret for overclockers.
And at Matt, they've been funneling goals and level towards Carry right here right now by Reborn. Carry Mal already got two kills as of now, so that will allow him to reach early game phase much more earlier compared to another enemy.
Yeah, that's true as well. So pause has been called here by the Harith. That is a pause for Team Reborn.
I mean, we can see that they're still dominating the game, and Overclockers is trying to give back the fight. But in terms of damage, somehow Overclockers is having trouble. They're having trouble to manage the damage output from the Reborn.
Yeah, so I think it's just the early game.
It's just early game.
Because we see just now that Overclockers seems like they actually can tank off the amount of damage that has been put out by Team Reborn. Even Harith now does not look as scary as he is like 2 minutes ago.
Yep.
With Kufra getting the items that he needed, as Genevieve as well, together with who again? Minotaur. So if time when time progresses,
Yes.
We might see overclockers get back the game to them.
Yes, because usually when there's only one tank in the lineup, towards the end game, it's hard for the tank to get to absorb all the damage for the teammate. That is why when there's only one tank and the rest is mostly damage, they need to commit to a team fight and then try to snowball the game as soon as possible. This is why we call Reborn lineup is a risky lineup.
Yes, that's
but
true.
They still have carry for the late game. They're trying to funnel all the goal, all the level towards carry. So they're trying to get that late game security with carry later on. But is that enough? Because remember, only one tank. One tank got shut down by Overclockers. They can just go behind and get that carry without no problem.
Alright, Poons jumping out away. Silo, who has the range actually to get on towards the Genevieve part. Poons running very low, but the minions free by Meow, saving her from her demise. Now Lucia, guidance barrier again. Oh my god, Zaman Force opens up by the Harith. Meow has to use the flicker. And episode only hitting the Grog. But when it's over extended to the front, Harith goes down to the swingings of the Peacekeeper by Bad Apple. Yomot gets a kill.
And slowly Overclockers is taking back the momentum of the game from Reborn. Reborn is still trying to do pick off, but they're having trouble now because with only one tank, they can't sustain all the damage given by the overclockers.
Aaron has been debated here. Was forced to use Shadow Kill in order to avoid getting damage. Luciam charges in. Aaron will go down to the sword of Bad Apple. Kufra will be traded there. But Lucy now, it will be knocked up together with Esmeralda. Yes, the charge from the Phantom Seed of the Leomon. Gets a double. Might get a triple here. There you go. Triple kill. Bad Apple. Bad Apple see once more, but he was the maniac in his day. But Winx dashes to the side with Time Traveler. And Leomon, oh my gosh, Bad Apple, really bad.
And it shows right here, right now, CC capability by overclockers easily handle, or we can say lock down Reborn heroes one by one. And meanwhile, just now during the team fight, even though Reborn loses a lot of members, but Carry did able to split push.
Oh,
on
Bad
the top lane.
Apple still alive and has been knocked down by Guinevere. That was a setup. That was a sabotage by Bad Apple himself. But he will finally go down. Winx running very well despite dating the double kill. Will try to go for a triple. Still want to go for the last hit. But Kufra knocking back. Harif goes down. But Reborn coming back strong by getting the 4-man kill over Overclockers.
And Carry, I think Carry is online right now because he already got 3 kills and also 5 assists. Not forgetting that, he's been getting free farm where the focuses had been given by Overclockers towards Silo, towards Grok.
Oh, nice kind of better. I'm sorry, Karakuri, I have to cut you off just
okay,
now.
it's alright.
But there was just an amazing wall set up by Lucien.
And even though they're slowly starting to lose out in terms of the team fight, but Carry is getting the power spike that is needed to hold the late game. Overclockers need to find a way to secure kill, to secure that Carry from dishing out damage.
Yes, dishing out damage indeed. 13-10. I'm not sure how long will the damage coming out from Team Reborn benefiting them as Overclockers slowly gaining items, gaining experience to be more tanky. Silo, it's up a little bit from Selena, but nothing much, no impact.
Tank against
Here.
one tank.
And they are at the bottom lane. Ooh, Shadow Kill. No, he will go down.
Nope.
There you go.
No
One
way.
whack to the back.
Okay, we can see Lucy going forward, trying to get that Selena.
But back can see Meow, Minion's Fury catching Silo, getting against that kill. But Poons will be knocked away from the game. Marilo Kufra jumps in for the kill, double kill carry. But carry will be shut down by Taco. And Bad Apple, the savior for Overclockers now, poking over towards the Grok. Meanwhile, Selena and Kufra will try and take this Lord.
And Carry just now just out position because he tried to secure a kill by killing a tank just now. And that give a chance for Overclockers to lock him down since he zoned himself out.
Yes,
He
correct.
separated himself away from the teammate.
Lucia, you came in too early, my brother. We look at that Bad Apple and Kuzo.
Lucy.
But Aaron
Aaron.
is there. Okay, Aaron is there. That's fine. And there you go. The Lord has been stolen here by Team Reborn. Aaron opens up with the Shadow Kill. But here comes the Phantom Steed, killing away that Hayabusa. But now Silo will provide room for Luciem to recall back. And nice maneuver here by the Malaysian team, stealing the Lord over from Overclockers.
There was a nice lot still done by Hayabusa, even though he needed to sacrifice himself because there was no way for him to escape. And we can see maybe this can give a chance for everyone to actually try to push into Overclockers' home base because they're having trouble as of now. Overclockers is slowly catching up to them. I mean, in terms of damage, CC, Overclockers is slowly overcoming them. And for Reborn, the only saving grace for them right here, right now, is only Carry. If Carry is getting locked down by Overclockers, it's game over.
Alright, so Lucy M could not secure the buff just yet. Poons jumping in first. But now Guinevere. Oh no, everybody is coming into this fight. Harif trying to reduce shadow damage, but look at Bad Apple. Takes down Carry very early, as well as Esmeralda. Reborn falling out to the center of Overclockers. There Bad Apple going for the triple. Cannot get the reach on Harif. If not, Maniac might come out. And Selena manages to steal the kill onto a Hayabusa. And again, Reborn has been knocked out by Overclockers. 4 members is no more, is in the waiting screen. And well, Harif can still do some work, but not much.
It's a high risk, high reward lineup from Reborn, but since they have no reliable CC, there is nothing stopping Bad Apple to go into the back line and finish off that carry as soon as possible.
Yep.
Because Bad Apple with Phantom Steed, it's very hard to stop him.
Yes, that's true. Once he get onto Barbell, he will barbell everybody over.
Yes, and Reborn is losing the advantage that they have. This is slowly turning into Overclocker's advantage. I don't think I see a way from Reborn since the game has been delayed enough for Overclockers to hold the game for the rest.
So now, it's going to be anybody's game here, but Overclocker looks stronger here coming back as Reborn is slowly losing damage. CeeLo almost got caught by the Kufra together with Bad Apple calling Phantom Steep slightly early. Lucy, I'm trying to push it away. CeeLo and Winix waiting for the side. Now Taku almost get caught as Amafon has been opened. But now with the Phantom Steed, Bad Apple will be taken out easily. Carry gets that kill. Goes on the side and manages to catch with the carry. Never mind that. Overclockers will turn back this game away. And Lucy M running very low. Knocked up by the Kufra together with Genavir. And well, ladies and gentlemen, only Harif is left alive on the side of Team Reborn. Vietnam will steamroll into the base of Team Malaysia. Wings almost gets stunned here. 4-man right in front of him. There's only 1 minion, but that will be enough for them to try and take the base and wipe out Team Reborn. Overclockers will go to the grand finals of the Challenger Summit 2019.
Nice fight for both teams, but Reborn has missed out that window of opportunity to end the game just now.
But Team Reborn is not yet out from the tournament. They will fall down towards the lower brackets and be in the lower bracket finals. Awaiting them would be either Resurgence or Brand Esports, which we will see next.
Yes. Wow. So we already got our finalists.
Yes, our first finalist, Overclockers here, winning Team Reborn on the third game, 24-16 on the score, and MVP is none other than Bad Apple. He played a very tremendous Hayabusa on game 2 and a very devastating Leomon on game number 3.
And even though Bad Apple did make a bad choice to use Phantom Steed early on, but it's okay, it's alright. They still have Selena, they still have Guinevere to go into the back line, and Reborn, because of the lineup, they have no one that is able to stop those two from finishing off the main carry for the team.
Alright guys, we've just finished the upper brackets here where Team Overclockers will be the first finalist for our Challenger Summit 2019. Next in the menu for everybody here, it will be Team Resurgence versus Brand Esports. Again, another best of 3. This is the match in loser bracket. The winner will be facing Team Reborn in the lower bracket final. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back for more action of Challenger Summit 2019 final playoffs.
6,000 restaurants delivered right to your door. Food Panda. Order food you love.
gonna be the first round of the best of threes. Upper brackets, upper brackets finals actually. So the winner will actually secure the slot in the grand finals of our Challenger Summit playoffs. Let's just say first 2 wins will win, and the loser will actually drop down to the loser bracket and face off with either Resurgence or Brand Esports.
Okay, as of now, what I can say, based on the lineup, Overclockers have a bit of an edge in terms of damage for the early game, but Reborn has the advantage in terms of CC and also balance damage. Whoop.
Overextended Reborn, but never mind. The outcome goes to the Malaysia team as Overclockers will be wiped out 1 by 1. That is a 3-on-1 trade done by Team Reborn against Overclockers. It looks like the Esmeralda pick together with Minotaur works pretty well, even in the early stages of our gameplay.
Yes, and in the bottom lane, Bad Apple able to secure that gold buff from 2 heroes. And what I can say is that even though Overclockers have the damage, it's quite hard for them to, secure the kill when they don't have the city. Bad Apple ejected Mal into the turret, but then again, it wasn't focused by the turret damage just now, so no damage is being done towards that show.
But Apple still wants to go ejecting Esmeralda, but I think he's fine because Esmeralda was not aggroed by the tower. Caesar Grog has to use the other way to run.
Has to come to kick off Reborn back into the line. And we can see that in the middle lane, Taku is trying to dish out damage as much as he could towards the tanker Minotaur here. But Minotaur has the ability to heal, so doesn't really mind the damage given out. And at this moment, not many of the heroes is slowly getting all their ultis. All of us reaching level 4, so we might going to see more rotation, more gang after this.
Esmeralda did not notice that the Grog and Lunox is actually hiding inside the grass here. And Lucy M facing off with Meow together with Taku in the front and the back. Meow could not actually use the ult. And you can see that Turtle is now slowly being picked up. Esmeralda wants to jump in, but Chow is not yet level 4. The Turtle has been picked up here by Overclockers, but they're not looking for a fight. But Team Reborn is knocking up 3 actually. And Lunox has gone down. No more damage here for the side of Overclockers. That's why they fall back. And this is a 4-1 on the scoreboard in the first 3 minutes of the game. Aaron dodges away with a Shadow Transformation.
Because like my point said during the drafting, well,
transfer.
Reborn does have that, ability to give pressure with the 4 lineup. They got Cho, they got Minato, they got Esmeralda and Guniver to take the attention away from Hayabusa. They can do split pushing just now. And even though Taku did manage to get the turtle, but overall Reborn controlled the team fight just now.
And talking about control, Kulzo loses his edge actually from trying to walk through the side bush over there. So rotation coming in by Team Reborn, this time on towards both sides. They want to aim for that Akai and carry. Carry will be initiated here by the Cho. They will have the Dragon stopping the Marksman. Balusiam on the back. Will Minion is free, stopping the Akai and Genevieve as well. That is the knock-up combo that we are waiting for.
In the top
and
lane.
Akai goes down. Meanwhile, on the top side, Aaron will shadow kill. Try to avoid a nice shadow transfer done by the Hayabusa player and averted the 3v1 fight.
Nice juke just now. But then again, Johan in the
he looks like Hayabusa wants revenge here. Ejector is that. Bad Apple could not maintain that tankiness that he has. He goes down. Chow takes a kill. Solo kill onto Scary on the bottom lane. And Overclockers dropping members 1 by 1. This time, Taku knock up. There's also Esmeralda. More damage to be dished out. And 8-1. Malaysia Ku.
Edmad knock up combo is so good right here, right now from the bottom lane, top lane, mid lane. Overclockers is having trouble how to stop this pickoff that is being shown by Reborns again and again. And a top threat had just been knocked down from Overclocker just now. Reborn is very comfortable in this early game. 5-minute marks, 8 kills. He's already in their belt. Overclockers only managed to get 1 kill so far. But the goal difference is not really that big. Only 3k difference. Advantage more towards the rebounds.
All right, now Silos is Kulsos and manages to actually this quite sum of damage towards that what you call it, Grok. So now with that, Reborn knows that a lot of members of Team Overclockers will be diverted their attention to a stop sign. They will get this turtle easily away from the Vietnamese team, and that is the second turtle. No, the first turtle they secured, because previously it was actually picked up by Taku.
As of now, Overclockers need to
Oh,
avoid fight.
nice. Shadow kill. Gets the gold buff. And also the Fat Archive. Brilliant stats videos, but Genevieve is actually waiting on the sideline. At the back, Esmeralda jumps in. And Malaysia will get another one. However, Esmeralda has been shut up. Minions is there. Can he use the Purify? Touching run away. Cool Zone now will be left alone, but the damage is not there to take down the Grok. And 10 to 6 minutes into the game. And oh my gosh, a very, very fast and intense game displayed by both teams.
And Reborn won that fight in the bottom lane just now. But
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I'm the Hound. To my left is Karakuri, and this is the Challenger Summit Finals 2019. It's going to be a crazy, crazy one. We've got Resurgence going up against Bren Esports, Singapore against Philippines. What
And-
do you think about this, Karakuri?
okay, Philippines, we have seen they always give their best in their games. While Resurgence, I don't know, for me, I feel like they're still testing out the strat. They're trying to find the one strat that works with them. But this is already the lower bracket. They cannot play around. They need to give the best gameplay right here, right now, or they're going to be kicked out of this tournament.
Yeah, RSG lost to its OCS just now, right? So this is really important that they get past Bren Esports if they want revenge against Overclockers. We do see that Reborn was able to,
No.
Overclockers was able to kick Reborn down.
Yes.
Now Resurgence, who has to go through Bren Esports. And before that, they have to get through Reborn. So Overclockers is already in the grand
Yes.
finals already. They already, at the minimum, have gotten second place.
Yes, at the minimum.
At the minimum.
So they're very comfortable. But for now, Resurgence versus Brand, they need to fight to see who will fight Reborn next to get to the next stage.
We are down to our final 3 series, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys just joined us, this is the perfect time. We are at the climax of our finals here. We're reaching that part where we're going to see even more crazier gameplays. No more 2-0s. We're most probably going to see three games now.
Yes,
Three
most
games
likely
now.
2-1 because each of these team is just giving their best in their gameplays.
I mean, 50,000 prize pool, 10,000 ringgit for the first place winners are on the line. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of these teams are not playing for fun anymore. It's all about competition. All the passions are high, emotions are high, and I'm pretty sure that they all want to win, not just the money, but also the bragging rights. We
Yes.
are the best.
But that is what I'm waiting for Resurgence as of now because we keep on seeing them changing the strat, testing that out, testing this out.
Yeah.
So like I'm afraid when you have too much strat in line in your pocket, you don't know which one that is actually the best against that particular team.
That's why I've always said in the past, right? Teams that are specialists will always somehow or another find a way to win over jack of all trades, master of none. I mean, it's always good to try to specialize in a specific comp. I mean, it's not good to actually be so focused on one comp that you make yourself rigid. But at the same time, if you have a comp that you know for a fact that if you play this comp, people are going to lose, that's what Resurgence needs to do.
What was it that you said about a punch, 1,000 punch or something?
Yes, I fear, Bruce Lee said, I fear the man that trains one punch 1,000 times than a man that trains 1,000 punches.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's true. When you train a specific composition so hard, so well, and you know it like the back of your hand, then it's great. But the problem is, if you're so rigid that way and you don't change that composition, people will be able to see through it and find a way around it.
Yes, because like one strat couldn't beat all strat. So sometimes you need to be a bit of flexible, but not too flexible. We have too many strat under your belt where it may actually confuse yourself.
All right, so we've been told that the room needs a remake, so we're going to be talking just a little bit more. Let's talk a little bit about what we've seen thus far from RSG compared to Bren. Now, what have we noticed about RSG? They played early game comps, mid game comps, late game comps. So it's been a very interesting journey for RSG in terms of how they actually put themselves on the meta in that sense. I mean, they're very adaptable.
Yeah, they're very adaptable, or also can be said that they're trying to test out stuff because this is a new lineup for Resurgent, right? They just made a new full roster, so maybe they still trying to figure out which one works best for them. But from what I can see is that early game doesn't really works well for them.
Yeah, early game seems to be a bit of a hit or miss for them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I feel that they seem to excel towards the mid and late game stages. But here's the thing, though. When they meet other teams that play late game, they tend to either make or break.
Team that specialize towards the late game because, you know, like they already practiced that 1,000 times. They know it by the back of their hand, so they can do it better. So for now, Resurgent, I don't know. For me, they need to step it up. They need to step up
They
with
definitely
whatever.
need to. They need to step it up. Whether it's an early game composition or a late game or a mid game composition, I think Resurgence has the capabilities and the belief, also the confidence to actually fight it out. But at the same time, Bren is not a slouch. They're a good team.
Brand has been giving their best. For me, Brand, now we're seeing Brand in the lower bracket just because of a tiny little mistake, like
Exactly.
itsy bitsy as what Ahmed said. But that's it. All they need to do is just fix that little tiny details and they can still take the champion home.
Yeah, and like I've said beforehand, Bren is a little bit of one of those teams that they're very nitty and gritty, you know, like they get down in the mud and they roll in the mud. They're willing to get dirty just to win, and that's something that I really like about the team. Very scrappy. I mean, you can tell just by how they play that there's a lot of spirit in their way. They don't give up and they always go all in with the fight, which I think is really, really great. But sometimes it can be a bit of a weakness too because it can make you tunnel vision sometimes.
Yeah, and we can say that a Brand is what is like one of the teams that really focus on what they specialize. But that as well what causes them to lose. Because for example, when they fight against let me see, Reborn, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, against Reborn, where they did have a single mistake of out positioning again and again, and that just give a leeway for Reborn to take them down.
All right, let's get into the draft then as we talk a little bit more. Draft is already complete. We've already got Kufra being banned out for the side of Bren Esports. RSG right now could be poised to ban out something else as well. So when we look at RSG, they are going to go for the Chow ban, and Kufra already has been banned out. So I do like the fact that for the side of Brand, we've seen Hayes actually pick up a different variety of tanks, and I think his Franco is pretty good. He actually threw out quite a lot of game-changing hooks.
For me, he's always the playmaker. He's always the playmaker for Brand Esports. Harid has been taken out. Kaja now, is it going to be led on into this game or not? Because we only seen Kaja one time. That's it.
Yeah, I think we saw Kaja at least twice in the entire series of games that we've seen, maybe 2 or 3 times, because it's always really highly banned, right? It's always banned around. So I do think that it might actually go through here. Harith already has been banned. It seems that RSG is a little bit like, should we actually ban this?
But the first pick is
that?
Brand Esports. If they let, they're gonna let Brand Esports have Kaja here.
This is interesting. This is very, very interesting. We've seen Rebo play on that carry really, really well.
Oh, Brand is ignoring Kaja.
This is interesting. I think that coming in from the side of Bren, they are going to be playing a different kind of meta here. I do believe that Akai might be picked up here.
And we might not see Franco because carry has been banned by Resurgent, where we know usually Brand Esports really prioritize Franco and carry. And if possible, they will try to get Cho, which has also been banned by Resurgence.
I think this is a very good ban strategy here coming in from Resurgence. They did their homework and they've been paying attention to how Brand has been playing. So right now, they are playing with maybe subpar heroes here. Lolita, I think, is great, yeah, but there are other heroes that have already been banned that can do
Your
Lolita's
team
job
is
better.
picking.
With the Leomon as well being picked up on the side of Bren, I do like the fact that they can dive in the backline though.
Yeah, they're still able to dive in the back line with Leomot, with Phantom Steel over there, and also Grog to tank the damage, let the core hero to follow him towards the attack. And Resurgence still have the ability to get Akai now if there's still one more pick-off potential, because who can dance can lock people down on the wall.
I think I'm a little bit worried though because of this Mr. Vi
Your
on the
team is
Kaja.
down.
Why is because that if Leomon tries to go into the backline, it's all a matter of divine judgment. And then we saw it like how we saw a few games ago. Every time Chow goes in, they scale in. The Kaja hits the divine judgment and pulls them into RSG, and it's GG.
Yes, because zone them out, like kidnap away from the teammate, and then your own teammate can burst down the
Your
damage
team
on
is
him
balanced.
easily.
I'm pretty excited to see how Bren Esports and RSG are going to be interacting with one another on the map, because this is interesting. Akai already has been banned out from the side of Bren towards RSG. So I think what Bren is doing is really good. They want to deny the fact that RSG makes the fight messy if they were to go into the fight here. So Coco is a little bit freer to throw out the Guardian barrier as
Yes.
well as charge
Wall
in.
charge,
So I'm a little bit concerned
Your
to
team
see
is
what is
picking.
happening here in terms of RSG banning out the Hayabusa. So I think that what RSG is trying to do for the side of Brand Esports is that they're trying to deny the split push capabilities.
Yes.
And they want to make sure that if Brand were to take something of a split push comp, they cannot, how to say? It doesn't have that much of the same mobility, or it doesn't have that same effect of getting that damage done towards off lanes.
Okay, they want to ban Hayabusa because as of now they don't have a hero that can stop Hayabusa from pushing. I mean, who can they put as of now? I mean, Kimi couldn't stop. Kaja, yes, Divine Judgment, but cannot burst down or stop that mobility that Hayabusa has. And Esmeralda, yes, the damage is there, but still couldn't stop Hayabusa. Tamot as well can sustain, can stop, but couldn't kill Hayabusa.
The problem is with the Hayabusa, we've seen it time and time again in all the previous games where the Hayabusa is free to split push. You have to get at least 1 or 2 ultimates, which are quite on long cooldown, and that I feel is too much of an investment.
Yes.
So when you
Your
spend
team
2 to
is
3
picking.
ultimates just to disable one Hayabusa and stop him from split pushing, what happens during a team fight? You don't have the proper abilities
Yeah.
to pop off.
You don't have enough resources for that team fight later on. And as of now, Brand Esports have already complete their lineup. They got Guinevere. I like this. Guinevere has been, whichever team that have Guinevere always can make easy pick off without problem. And they also have Grandeur for the Marksman to secure that late game. And as of now, Kimi and a lineup for Resurgent for me is basically focused on early game here.
Yeah, I think it's pretty decent here. I do like the fact that Obi actually picked up that Minotaur. Despite the fact that Minotaur has seen a little bit of varying degrees of success throughout our entire series, considering the nerfs and a few changes towards his kit in terms of stats, right? In
Yes.
terms of his numbers. But it's still very much utility based. It's just that the difference is that you can't hit Minoan Fury more than a few times when it's on cooldown. I mean, even with
You need to plan it out.
you need to really plan it out, and that's the problem here with a lot of. I'm pretty sure Minotaur mains out there are like, what? Why?
Yes.
Why?
When they put a cooldown on his ulti to charge that rage, right?
Yes.
I mean, it was like what, a 5-second cooldown?
I think it's 10 seconds in the early game, so you're going to really feel it in the first few stages of the game. So maybe at the later stages of the game, even with a little bit of cooldown reduction, you're still able to actually get some, how to say? Some reduction towards the
delay from
Towards the
him
delay.
using the ulti again. But then again, that is enough to disrupt, the planning to execute that minion fury on time, which is what needed to be done by any Minotaur user. And now the first match between Resurgent and Brand Esports has started. Brand Esports on the left, Resurgent on the right as of this moment. Brand Esports, Coco, EJ, Hayes, UG, and Rebo. And for Resurgent, we got Aeon, Mr. V, Loon, Sana, and Albi.
Alright, so Coco over into the top side here, just hanging out, trying to stop the push that's coming in. So I think it's a pretty much even game here. We do see Resurgence actually trying to push out the bot side and the top side here. So pressure is trying to be built up for the side of Resurgence 60 seconds before the turtle comes up. So I do think that this is going to be very good for the side of Resurgence over Brand Esports. But they've got to be careful. Rebo and Hayes are pretty nearby.
Yep, and towards the late game, I think the game will favor towards Brand Esports side more compared to Resurgent, because as we said, Kimi is more toward early game marksman, Granger is more towards a late game marksman. But
Hayes getting it in there. Rebo trying his best to actually let loose with the shots, but it's not going to be enough at the stages of the game. He needs a little bit more sustained crowd control. Oh no! EJ in a lot of trouble here as Albi, Aeon, Sana and Mr. V crash upon him. He is going to get taken down. First blood goes over towards Albi. Albi right now trying to put on some DPS, but this is not going to be good here. Yuji now goes on for the knockup and decides to move away.
And this is what I mean. When Kimi is an early game marksman, easily get a first blood, and after this, they should be using Kimi to take down turret as fast as they could, because that will give them a better map control over Brand Esports and try to snowball from there.
Right now, Albi now going to be soloing onto the turtle. I don't think this is a good spot for Albi to be. RSG now trying to give as much. EJ now, he may be punished for that. Will be taken down by the Thamos. And look at that beautiful stuff that being shown on the side from BRE. But it seems that RSG has the number of BRE and is not going to be good here as RSG get the advantage here. 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Resurgence.
Yeah, but Brand Esports did manage to get that turtle, so at least they will cover up and give a fair trade off. But here Mr. V...
Oh boy, it should be a fair trade, but if Mr. V dies here, it's going to be back to Resurgence. But I think Sana might be able to get something out of this here. But Coco, a little bit too fast here, may be able to get away without much punishment. Tries to start off the proxy.
But gonna just let it be over there. And in the middle lane, we can see Brand Esports trying to set up ambush, but no one is over there. While Resurgent has been making rotation, trying to find the Granger, trying to give the pressure towards the late game hero right here, right now. Ooh, Aeon.
Oh, look at that damage that being thrown out by Rebo. Rebo right now trying to position himself in such a way where if the Grok were to wallbang everyone with the wild charge as well as the Guardian's barrier, then he may be able to do some DPS, but the amount of chain CC that he has is not enough. He only has the Grok over inside the bot lane. Which side the UG and Haze? Oh wait, hang on a second. UG right now trying to go for that charge, trying to go for a little bit of damage here. Albi just trying to get into the middle of it. He's got to be careful that he doesn't get caught in a very bad spot.
But he's been dishing damage over and over again. I mean, like in the 4-minute mark right now, he already got 2 kills. For marksman, there's a very good advantage, especially if given to Kimi on the early game, because he can get that Blade of Despair very fast, and that will allow him to get more objective faster.
Yeah, it will definitely allow him to get more objectives faster. UG right now trying to go for that big jump, and it's not going to be enough here. We're going to go over towards the turtle, and we do see RSG right now trying to go for that turtle control. Very good stuff. Oh, did he get him? No, he didn't. Oh, beautiful Minoan Fury right into the knockup. Oh, Coco has been taken down. Haze is going to be the next focus, but Yuji comes in and kills. Sana now goes Ultra Instinct and manages to take one down. Mr. V could be another bit of focus, and I'll be making sure that there's not going to be a chase coming in from the side of BRE. Now we're going to see RSG right now nicely melting that turtle with the help of Albi, and they will get quite a bit of gold in favor of Resurgence.
It's quite a big win for Resurgence just now. They got 2 kills, they got the turtle. And maybe EJ is in a bad spot right now, but as a tanker, Resurgence not gonna prioritize to kill off that tank. And in the bottom lane, we can see the top lane, we can see Minoan Fury.
Oh boy, Minoan Fury has hit it up, and this is not gonna be good here. There goes the knock-up. Coco, UG as well as EJ now trying to take it up, but it seems that the fight has been turned around. Thamos already been getting 1 kill. EJ is gonna be the next one. Killingsby going over towards the Kimi here, and Kimi doing the tons and tons of damage that she does. Look at that early game spike there coming in. Resurgence 7 kills already with 5,000 gold advantage. Bren down by 5,000 gold with 3 kills.
And we can see Kimi in the top lane is still getting that turret. Now it's 3 turret gone. Already been taken by Resurgent before even hit that 6-minute mark. This is quite a big advantage that Resurgent hold. But Brand Esport, they should try to hold off the fight. They should try to hold the game, delay the game as long as they could to funnel all that fun and level towards the Granger.
Right, so we're going to be seeing a little bit of action here, excuse me, a little bit of push here coming in from the side of Resurgence. What they're trying to do is they're trying to build a little bit of a push over to the mid and bottom side, and they're trying to give as much control towards that top side here. I do believe that maybe they should push over to the top side a little bit more and mid side, because it is going to open up the turtle for them. But 20 seconds before, oh my goodness, look at that beautiful knock up there. Has been slain there, but beautiful Minoan Fury, albeit not being able to get to Yuji here. So Sana will be able to get some of that damage done. There goes the stun, and look at that, 2 stuns that are coming in onto Mr. V as well. Sana, but albeit not stunned, and will be able to put out a little bit of DPS that is not going to be ideal for Brand Esports to dive into.
There was a good ambush by Brand Esport, but Resurgent punished it back quickly as well. And we can still see that Resurgent hold the map control right here, and Kimi is getting that third turtle. Yep, easily taken solo without no problem, and this will put more distance in terms of level and goal. I mean, Brand Esport 7-minute mark is 16,000, while Resurgent is already 21,000 difference in goal.
Alright, this is going to be very interesting here. RSG wants to collapse over to the top side. What I think that they're trying to do is they wanted to bait out members of BRE to actually respond to the push. But the problem is already, Rebo already recognizes this and may just want to stand behind underneath his turret. Though this is going to be very interesting. Hayes now tries to go in and starts the charge. Oh, Guardian Barrier. Could have been a wild charge there, but sadly, there was not any good targets in between.
Ooh.
Aeon, oh, beautiful stuff there. There goes the damage dealer. Granger has been taken out for the count. Yuji now tries to get in with the ultimate, but Minoan Fury basically cancels most of everyone, and there's going to be a wipeout coming in from the side of RSG. RSG nicely doing it the way that they should. Let's take a look at the itemization. Break it down for us, Karakuri.
I mean, like, Kimi has already finished Blade or Despair, and we all know Kimi is a splendid pusher, and look at here right now, easy taken down that door. But Brand Esport has already been revived. Granger is up, Lolita is up. They had to back away for now. Okay, Guinevere did complete that concentrated energy, but that is for sustainability. He still doesn't have the damage needed. And let me see, for Esmeralda already finishes Calamity Reaper. That will help to give up more damage towards the enemy. And we can see Brand Esport as of right now, they lose a lot of map control, and I don't think it's going to be easy for them to make a comeback since the top lane has already opened up.
Yeah, so like I've said already, like you said already, excuse me, that there isn't that much of an easy way for Brand to come back, mainly because of the control that's happening. With 3 seconds on the map before Lord comes in, this could be a very bad spot for Brand Esports to be. Resurgence is playing this game very, very well, and it seems that they are playing to their strengths.
I mean, early game, I mean, we've seen them trying to bring the early game meta or early game strat before, and it failed, but right here, right now, it's not failing. But then again, Brand Esport can still hold this game, wait for the winning condition to be met.
Oh, Obi may get taken down. Beautiful stuff there being shown by the Guinevere with a beautiful ulti to execute. But could this be enough? Rebo now being able to do some good damage, but oh my goodness, this is bad here. EJ now has to go for the wild charge to get away. Mr. V doesn't have the Minoan Fury. If not, EJ would be dead by now.
And Leomord is trying. Whoa!
Look at that ultimate there coming in from the side of Yuji, but the reply coming in with the beautiful Minoan Fury has knocked him up. EJ now will get taken down. This is not good here coming in. 3-4-0. 3-for-1 exchange here in total for favor of Resurgence. Meanwhile, at top lane, Coco pushing it out.
He's pushing up to turret in one push because they've been busy with the fight in the bottom lane just now. And Resurgence, even though they got a lot of kills, they didn't start a lot. I don't know why, but they need to start a lot and, you know, just bait out mistake from Brand Esport now.
Yeah, I mean, they have to bait out the mistake from Brand Esports. But I feel that members of Resurgence are so far ahead that they can avoid some of these silly mistakes that they make. But, I mean, come on, we've seen it time and time again. You don't want to be Resurgence. I mean, you don't want to get that come from behind defeat coming in from Brand Esports, even though Resurgence is known as the comeback king here in these stages of the game, because man, they were able to stall out the game in one of their games and just come from behind. But now that their game plan is to win the early game, they just need to keep up this pressure. 9,000 goal advantage in favor for the side of Brand Esports compared to Resurgence.
Wow. That's
Oh
a
my
big-
goodness. Too
Okay.
much. Look at the amount of damage they're coming in. The shutdown goes over to Esmeralda, but it will be EJ that gets it. But we do see Haze right now could be the main focus of damage here. There goes the Divine Judgment. Look at the amount of damage. The Flicker has gone down. There goes Minnow and Fury. No. Oh my goodness. Haze gets away. That was a little bit of a waste there coming in. Mainly because that the Kimi was not in a range to do the DPS needed, or at least get that last ultimate in to execute. But this is good enough. If this forces a back and a reset from Brand Esports, Resurgence will be able to slowly choke them out.
And also, just now, Sana was out of the game. He was killed too fast, too early. Whoa! Guinevere coming back in. Lolita
Oh
ulti.
boy, Lolita ulti has been hit here, and this doesn't look good here. Immortality has been hit from the side of Aeon. Aeon tries to get away. There goes Divine Judgment. Albi will be able to do some good damage. There goes Minnow and Fury right into the double kill. Albi popping off.
Yeah, just now they didn't have Albi, but now Albi is here in dishing out damage just like that. Brand Esports has needed to fall back into their home, into the safety from the attack or range of Albi. And Lot has been started by Resurgent. Now, Brand Esports, are they gonna come and try to stop, or is this going to be the end of Brand Esports?
I think this could be a potential end for Brand Esports unless they do the impossible here. They try to steal it away from Resurgence, but considering the amount of damage that's being picked up from the side of Resurgence, it's a way too late for them to actually make a play here. So they've got to be really careful on how they want to approach this. Top lane is where Lord is going to be. I suggest that RSG right now picks the lanes and just pushes it out as hard as they can. Give Brand no opportunity to breathe.
Yes, give pressure towards all the 3 lanes. Let them become a bit busy with Lord while they slowly chip in the turret life bit by bit. While also, if there's an opportunity to get into a team fight to initiate nicely, they should be doing that. But Mr. V, look at that. He is keeping that rage bar above 35%, getting ready to start that Minnow Fury. But nice Guardian wall just now from Grok.
Yeah, that was a very nice Guardian Wall from Grok here, but it's not going to be good. I felt that EJ could have actually done it over the top side to stop the Lord from pushing out, but this is going to be too much here. RSG gets taken down one by one here, and you want to know why he gets taken down? Because Obi was not nearby. Mega kill going over to the Thomas, but it is the beginning of the end here. Game number 1 goes over to Resurgence.
Well, towards that last push just now, yes, they did lose the team fight because Obi was not there. But what Obi did was pushing the bottom lane, pushing the mid lane, and then joining in the team fight, focusing on the objective first.
I really like the fact that they were very well aware that if they play the objective game, and even if they lost the team fight, even if they got wiped out, they still, I mean, members of Bren could not push out because they had to deal with the Lord. They had to deal with the super minions that's going to be coming, not just from top lane, but bot lane and mid lane. So I believe that that was a very, very good strategy that was being employed by RSG. This is the RSG that can defeat OCS, provided that they play it 10,000 IQ.
Yes, and we can say that just now where they made the choice to focus on the objective. I mean, because sometimes some teams doing like moments like that, they could have win, but they commit too much into the team fight. They die out, and they just lose the advantage.
And when you are at the late stages of the game, 30-second death timers, 40-second death timers sometimes, it's going to be a huge problem. So anyway, for those of you guys at home, we are going to go for a short little break, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
are
okay.
we? Yeah, we're going to go for a short little break. Yay, break. So we're going to be handling some little turnovers here. So why don't you guys just hang out a little bit, kick your feet up, relax, because we'll be back soon.
6,000 restaurants delivered right to your door. Food Panda. Order food you love.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mobile Legends players from all over the world. This is the Challenger Summit Finals 2019. We are on our last few legs, and it's getting more and more exciting. I'm the Hound, he is Karakuri, and we are your casters for today. Man, oh man, Kara, was it an insane fight? RSG was just 5 steps ahead, and we're not going to waste any more time. We guys know that you guys want to see the draft. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it. No more wasted time.
And
wow.
here it is,
Carry
drafting.
Kaja straight away, banned out.
They just don't want that carry to be allowed to be given to Brand Esport. They really did a study on a Brand Esport lineup here. And Kaja, well, as long as Kaja is out there,
Your
it's easy to do
team is
pick
banned.
off and zone out any single opponent.
Oh no, Chow already has been banned out here for the side of RSG.
Ah.
I think this is a very good. I think RSG is changing up a little bit.
But then again, Azzy had a chance to take Cho.
I know, but I think that they're going to go for something else here. I might think they might go for maybe a Grok in the first pick and maybe an Akai for a second pick. I think that might be the case here.
Oh, Kimi, because they saw how much damage Kimi can do towards that turret just now. So this will deny early game pushing capability towards Resurgent. Not the same as the first match just now.
Alright, so now BRE now going with the Kufra as well, the Harith. So I think that this makes a lot of sense for Bren, mainly because that Kufra and Harith were already available. I thought that there could be at least one Kufra ban, but it's going to be focused towards negating the early game advantages that RSG brought against Bren. So as we see that the Kufra and the Harith is already locked in for the side of Bren Esports, what do you think, what can you speculate in terms of Bren's composition?
Okay, Brand composition as of right now, how it can easily be countered by Kufa,
Your
but they
team
secured
is
both. So
picking.
as of then, they need to find a way how to stop that Harit from just freely dashing out damage in the game later on. And I think maybe Franco is a good pick for Resurgent if they want to lock down Harit later on.
Yeah, but the problem here is that now with carry out of the game, they might have to actually settle with. Oh, I was just about to say a Claude for the side of
But-
RSG, but it was taken away from Coco. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup here. Very interesting indeed.
Okay, so Resurgent going to take Granger because that's the only marksman available that, well, in a good tier as of right now, because Carry is out, Kimi is out, Cloud is already been taken by Brand Esport. If they still want to secure that late game, they need to take Granger
Your
in.
team is banning.
This is interesting. RSG just banned out Franco.
I thought they needed that Franco to stop Harit later on.
I think what they...
But then again, Franco can also do the same towards Esmeralda. So
And that's the thing. So I feel that that's going to be very interesting because maybe they might be counting on Aeon and Mr. Vi from actually working together
team
towards
is
stopping
picking.
maybe the Kufra as well as the Claude here. But the problem is without the Chow, they don't have a backline access. And with Hayes picking up the Akai, this is going to be a tougher game for RSG.
picking.
Very much tough game for RSG.
they need to find somebody else to do a CC here. Minotaur being hovered. A good AoE CC hero, but we need a single target lockdown here because they're only dependent on Selena as of this moment.
I think the lockdowns are pretty much single target lockdown, as unreliable as a Selena may be, but if they time it during a team fight well, maybe they'll be able to do it. Ooh, a Lancelot. Leomont. Oh my goodness. Leomont, Lancelot, they sound the same.
Okay, almost the same.
Yeah. So Leomont and Minotaur has been picked out here for the side of RSG. They don't have the same amount of DPS compared to Brand Esports. They are going to go for the Threesla here, but this is going to be interesting here. So we can see that a lot of the damage is going to be reliant on Kufra for the physical damage, as well as the Cloud that's going to be really, really insane towards the later stages of the game. Harith as well is going to give a very good amount of magic damage here. Aeon as well as Mr. Vi are going to be like... Mr. Vi is going to be the main engagement.
Yes.
Whereas Aeon is going to be a long-range engagement. Sana, I think, is going to follow in with Mr. Vi as well. Alongside with Loon, Obi, I think the damage is pretty good. But the problem is if RSG and Bren fight for a long period of time, it's GG for RSG.
Yes, because as of right now, it seems the lineup is like abandoning the late game power spike here. They only focus on very early game, but Brand Esport is quite balanced in terms of early game. They still have Harid for the power spike, and they have Kufa to help with the pick off. And towards mid game, it's still balanced because Cloud get power spike early on with the Blazing Duet.
Yes, Blazing Duet, I think to me, it's just a gigantic power spike, and if you time it really well, you can do tons of DPS damage. However, you can't be in the middle, you can't be the center of attention when you as a Cloud are throwing the ultimate, because all that's needed is maybe a Minoan Fury,
Yes.
or maybe even an Abyssal arrow, and then it's GG. You immediately lose out on so much DPS in that brief short period of time. So this is going to be very interesting to see how these teams are going to be playing it out. Mr. V already looking towards getting some interactions here with EJ.
And we just need to figure out a way how are they going to finish off Harid and Cloud as soon as possible. Probably need to set up Abyssal Arrow from far away with Albi targeting, sniping the Abyssal Arrow. If that hit properly towards Harid or Cloud, just dive in and finish them off quickly.
Now we're going to be seeing over to the top side here the Akai, Haze, and Coco. Now I do like the fact that Coco will be able to get quite a bit of gold here. We did talk about Woodmass being a very good option. I do think that it could go over to the Akai because Akai over to Haze, because Haze is actually a pretty good roamer with the Akai here. I do feel that with the sustainability, with the amount of farm that is being funneled towards Coco, it will definitely help Coco out in terms of the power spike and get that late game and mid game stage.
Yes, to bring it forward earlier on. But Resurgent Selena is always known as somebody that always on the go, always hunting for target. So they need to be careful of that.
But I do believe that Resurgence wants to put a lot of the attention towards the mid side here, because to me, mid is the most valuable lane, because if you conquer mid, you have access towards top and bottom. It's the middle point of the entire map. So I do believe that there has to be a little bit more. As you can see over in the bottom side, Rebo already is starting with that proxy to set up that turtle. However, other teammates are not available. Oh, we might actually see something happen to Rebo here. Rebo in a bad spot. Vi now goes for the spin to win.
Sana didn't have his ulti yet. Couldn't commit for a team fight. Only depending on Obi if he can hit that Abyssal Arrow. Because if at least Sana has ulti, Falling Stone can at least lock down for a bit.
Oh, EJ I think might have actually overcommitted here. Goes into ball mode. Goes into bouncing ball and tries to go for it. Sana now trying to be sneaky and trying to steal that turtle away from members of Bren. But Bren now, I think they're giving adequate amount of pressure, but look at Mr. Vi now. Mr. Vi is coming in. The amount of damage is pretty good. First blood going over towards the Leomon. Yuji as well as EJ right now, they're trying to bail out on this fight. They're trying to just turtle out, but it seems that the turtle now is going to be the main source of attention here coming in from the side of RSG. Here comes EJ. EJ now trying his best. Goes bouncing ball. Coco is nearby, trying to do as much damage as he can. They've got to be careful. Would like to see a little bit more attention being given to the Coco here before it gets stolen. There goes one kill. Turtle has been slayed from the side of Resurgence. No steals coming in from Bren. However, one member of the side of Resurgence had to be sacrificed for that turtle. So I think it was a fairly even trade for both these teams.
But I didn't see Coco activate his Blazing Duet just now. I don't know, maybe just activate that, give that little bit more damage. I know the Marksman doesn't have that good damage early game on, but Blazing Duet still have that burst damage a bit, even if it's still level 1, even though the item is still not yet completed.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think a Blazing Duet would have actually been very good if it was thrown out from the side of Coco. I think it would have been good in terms of helping out Zone. But I think maybe the concern is that what if Minotaur actually commits towards a Minoan Fury or something like that, and then it would be bad for them. So timing is also an issue for members members of RSG.
They didn't want Coco to commit to a suicide just now. So, okay, that's a pretty safe choice by them. But we can see the top lane, Harid and Cloud is giving pressure towards Loon right now.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a little bit of action here over to the top side. Look at the amount of damage that Coco is trying to build up onto Loon. But it's got to be careful though. Haze right now trying to go for that zoning onto Vi. Vi immediately tosses out the Guardian's barrier here, blocks the advance, and Vi. Whoa! EJ, what was that?
Misses out the target, but that's okay.
Oh, that was a nice long stun, but no. Oh my goodness, no one is going to actually go for it. No damage no damage to follow up onto EJ. So I don't think that was a very good. Oh boy, Loon gets taken down. 2 kills for Coco, and this is where Brent Esports is going to come back into this game. They just need to funnel it out for the side of Coco here, and as soon as Coco gets strong, all Haze, Rebo, UG, and EJ need to do is to make sure that no one gets to Coco. But look at that, EJ and UG as well as Haze have been knocked out here. BRE in a little bit of trouble. There goes, oh my goodness, the Harith, UG being able to get that kill, and it seems that Resurgence bit off a little bit more than they could chew in that fight.
Nice zoning out by Rebo just now. Penalty zone was opened up by Terisla, so that forces them to split into 2 formation for the Resurgent team just now, which Minotaur easily being taken down when he's alone in the back line just now. And a bit of contest for Turtle, but both team decided not to go for it. It's a bit dangerous. Both teams can take it, so might as well let it go for a while.
Alright, now Sana here may actually consider being a little bit more cautious here. Doesn't want to stay too overextended because members of Brent Esports are pretty much closing in on her, and that's going to be an issue if they manage to flank her out and catch her in a point, because they do have the Akai. Oh boy, Sana. I said it.
You just said it.
I just said it, and there it goes. And it seems that Resurgence right now is being caught in a rotational race.
Yes,
that Brent is winning.
They get the turtle, but Resurgence is trying to tread that losses by getting that top turret just now. But it is really worth it. I mean, as of right now, 6-minute mark, Brand Esports already got 4 kills. Resurgence only 1 kill. And in terms of gold, Brand Esports already got ahead by 3,000 goals. And we can see Loon, even though the facing of Cloud used by Coco in the top lane, but not losing to a marksman here.
Oh my god, look at the stun there coming in onto EJ. A wild charge here would be good. There it goes. Mr. Vi now going in. There goes the Minoan Fury. And there it goes. The turnaround there coming in. Selena being able to get that kill. There goes another Abyssal Arrow, but sadly it will be the Hurricane that's taken down. Yuji out of position here. Has to go jump over the wall. Nicely done from Yuji. 1-for-1 exchange. And no, it's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange here in favor of Resurgence.
That Abyssal Arrow at the last minute hit Harid where he didn't expect it to be, and that became an easy pick-up by Selena just now. Rebo, you're alone. Cloud is there, but a bit far. But then again, it's Selena against Terisla. Terisla can just sustain a fighter, but have the tankiness as a tank.
Alright, now 50 seconds before the Lord comes out. So we do see BRE right now trying to get a little bit of bottom lane turret pressure as well as mid lane turret pressure. I think this is going to be good. I do like the fact that they're going to catch on to Lun. Goodbye, Lun. Nice knowing you, bro. The Hurricane Dance is going to take him down. Killing spree going over to Coco. They need to shut down Coco and Yuji immediately if Resurgence was to win.
And I love how Haze used his ulti just now. Phantom Seed was being called by Loon, but Hurricane Dan pushed him away from the line. He couldn't get into his sources, but in mid lane right now, oh my god!
Mid lane now coming out, and there goes the fight. There goes the Minoan Fury. Excuse me. There goes Minotaur for the first kill. EJ, excuse me, now members of BRE running away. Rebo is in trouble here, has to flicker out, but Sana does not commit into this fight, sees other members of Brent Esports now push into them. This is not going to be good here. It seems that slowly but surely, Brent Esports is clawing back into this, and Resurgence now feels a little bit the pressure here.
Mr. V?
Mr. V gonna get taken down. Goodbye, Mr. V. And a turret. That's just worth for the side of Brent Esports. Not only getting a kill, but also getting that turret. No members from the side of Brent Esports have died in that exchange, so I think that's really good. Yeah. Coco still a perfect KDA. Rebo with a perfect KDA. Haze only one death. UG as well. Oh, but this is where RSG could actually turn it around.
Coco.
Look at the Blazing Duelist, and he decides to go back on it. The amount of damage that they're getting in.
Bottom lane.
Oh, bottom lane here. Oh my goodness gracious me. There it goes. River Mino and Fury. And it seems that slowly but surely, RSG now turning it out. Obby, what are you doing? Where's the rest of your team? There it goes. 2-for-2 exchange here for the
Haze?
side of Resurgence. Hayes goes for the Hurricane Dance, but it's not going to be good here. He has to give as much space as he can to make sure that enemy team, the members of BRE can escape clean. But it's got to be careful though. Hayes gets shut down in this exchange. And we do see RSG now slowly picking up the pieces and winning 2-for-3 exchange in favor of Resurgence.
But just even though they lost the team fight for Brand Esports, but they do get under the threat in the top lane. Coco blazing through it, dishing out that much damage, forcing them to back
Wow.
away. Wow, Coco is starting to get the power spike as we are starting to get into the mid-game phase of the right now. And a bit worrying for Resurgence because they do not have late-game capability right now. So Brand Esports could actually win this game if they just delay it a bit.
Yeah, I mean, Brand Esports just needs to actually... I don't think they need to delay it, actually, Kara. I think they just need to just continue playing the way they do. Make sure to catch up members of Resurgence because Coco already is 4-0. That definitely gives him more and more goal and more access to items. His power spike is definitely there already, and he's already doing so much damage with his Blazing Duet. So I feel that coming into this fight here, members of Resurgence and Brand Esports need to, members of RSG need to make it a little bit more cleaner in terms of the fight, but it seems that out of positioning here. Oh my goodness, beautiful Guardian's Wall here. Obby is going to be the main focus of damage. Obby getting taken down there. Nicely done. The Diamond now coming in. They've got silence though. And look at that Coco now being able to do free damage. Oh, the Blazing Duelist in front of 4. And Coco repositioning. Sana getting another one. Nicely done. Coming in. Rebo helps with the engage, and with that balls to the wall engage, wipe out for the side of Resurgence. Brand Esports will be able to take on this Lord without much contest, and this could be the start of the end for the side of Resurgence, and we might see game number 3 between these two teams.
Okay, Brand Esports has a mid-game composition and also a late-game composition. But as of right now, from the early game, they've been holding the momentum of the game from Resurgence. Resurgence should be able to take the early game, but they've been losing it. And now, since we are starting to get into the late game phase, I don't think Resurgence can make a comeback. But then again, Resurgence just may surprise us.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing here Obby as well as Aeon, Sana and Lun trying to get a really good positioning. I think that they really need to be very wary that they don't overextend because Coco, we saw Coco how effective it is in terms of Coco. I think Obby should actually consider making a catch here, but they don't know. Oh, there it is. Nicely done there. Wild Charge could actually get him off. Ooh, look at the amount of damage that Hayes takes up. But they've got to be careful though, because if Hayes decides to go for that Hurricane Dance, Coco is pretty much nearby. I do like the line formation that's happening here for the side of Brand Esports. A very coordinated attempt here as they're going to be playing around the top side. Look at EJ right now. There goes that Abyssal Arrow. Guardian's Wall now comes down, and this could be very interesting. RSG now giving as much focus to the Lord as they can, and they might actually try to catch off members of BRE, but BRE now pretty strong as Coco now positioning himself well towards getting the DPS. Look at the amount of DPS that he can do in the lane and against the heroes.
EJ, are they going to commit? EJ committing alone?
Oh my goodness, EJ committing alone. Not a very good smart though. Oh, Rebo gets stuck at the Guardian Wall there. Oh my goodness gracious me. There's a little bit of how to say,
mistake have been done, but then again, as well right now, Aeon coming in, minion free. Nope, not gonna be activated right here. They don't want to commit to a team fight right now when Brand Esports is holding the advantage, and Coco just tried to taking down that top turret, but just not enough range just now.
well, I do like the fact that Coco was playing a little bit more a little bit braver, mainly because he already has the immortality.
Yes.
So even if he dies early on in a situation, he will be able to come back to life, and as long as members of BRE are able to support him in that sense, he will be able to pop off.
And also, he had just finished Wind of Nature. That will give him immunity toward physical damage. So again, he can become much more braver.
Exactly, and survivability is something that I feel that a lot of marksmen really need, and this is where the marksman could actually they got haze, but I don't think they're going to be doing anything with that, as a lot of these teams are already getting that immortality. We do see now Bibo now is leading the charge. EJ as well as Haze are in a good position. Cloud is over to the top side, whereas Harith is over to the bot side here. I think this is more of a distraction here, as other members are looking towards getting pressure onto all the other free lanes.
As of now, since they control the whole map, they're just taking up all the resources from Resurgent jungle, not being given any to any of the hero from Resurgent team. So this in time will slow down the farming. Who can dance from Hey, Sana tried to help out, but nothing can be done.
Oh, Mr. V now getting dangerously low. Look at the amount of shield that Coco has, and Coco has been shot down already. The immortality has been taken down. This is where RSG will be able to turn out the fight, but do they have enough damage? No, they don't. EJ right now goes for the spin, and there goes Rebo is going to be the next target to get down. But UG as well as Haze and Rebo now trying their best to get as much distance covered between themselves. Oh, the charge back in by Haze, and they turn it around. Good damage output there coming in from the side of Brent Esports as they walk away, limp away. 2 for 2 exchange here, and it feels like a stalemate between Resurgence and Brent Esports. A little bit of overcommitment coming in from Brent.
And it's a fair trade between both of these two teams, but then again, Brent Esports is still holding up most of the jungle, and OB put him one mark over there just to scout the Lord, because they know after this Brent Esports need to use that Lord. The defense that Resurgence been showing as of right now, Brent Esports couldn't get through that defense at all.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing here Brent Esports now could actually signal for the Lord, and I think this could be the beginning of the end for the side of Resurgence here if they don't act up on it. But we've seen time and time again Resurgence playing very, very, how to say, risky, and just go in and try to go for the steal. But
yes, they need to make this steal because they are losing in terms of kill level, map
oh
control.
my god,
They need
look
a lot.
at the amount of damage there Coco is doing, and there, dodging the Abyssal Arrow.
And Brent Esports, they should use this Lord just to bait Resurgence out of their base, hoping Resurgence to make a mistake, pick off, and then can either just end the game or get that Lord to help them end the game.
Now Lord could be a very interesting spot here.
They're just baiting.
They're definitely just baiting, and I do feel that over to the bot side here, they are trying to force RSG into a very tough spot here. And look at Coco there, nicely done, just doing the crazy amount of damage here, but the leash is not completing, and it's just not ideal. And it seems that there might be a fight here. Rebo now leading on to the charge. Could there be a stun there coming in? Those hits of the hammer, and it seems that the flicker will come in on the side of Mr. Vi as they walk away.
And we can see that even though Brent Esports been baiting with Lord, but Resurgence is not taking the bait at all. They know this is just a trap. This is just a trap. But then again, now Coco is committing for the Lord. Resurgence need to do it right now and now. But
oh boy, Resurgence. Okay, now the problem is because Cloud is fighting against the Lord here. There won't be enough damage. Decides to go against it. And now the regen has coming in. Oh boy, Cloud now coming in. Nice, beautiful, beautiful Minoan Fury there coming in from the side of Resurgence, but it's not going to be enough. The amount of damage that's coming in from the side of Brent is way too high as RSG now limps away one by one. Mr. Vi tries to survive this fight here, but it's got to be careful that he doesn't get taken down for the count. Rebo is going to be where the attention is going to be. UG is going to go for that, trying to go either to poke down Sana, and a double kill goes over towards Albi.
And it's still a fair trade, 2 for 2, and again we are back to a stalemate right now because no one get the Lord and no one really get more kill than each other, so they couldn't get pushed, they couldn't make a comeback for Resurgence. And as of now, either Brent Esports really commit to a lot and hoping that Resurgence make a mistake, but then again, just now it was nicely done by Resurgence. They didn't make any mistake. Where Sana, even though he's in the middle of the fight, he can sustain and also dishing out damage again and again.
Alright, now Sana here may actually, excuse me, Now, members of Bren now are going to be pressuring towards the jungle of Resurgence, and this is going to be bad here. 1 tower only in favor of Resurgence, whereas 7 towers and close to 11,000 gold in favor of Bren Esports. Doesn't look good for Resurgence. What does Resurgence need to do to come back from this?
They really need to take a risk to get that lot to help them. But then again, even though they get that lot, they still have a long way to get into Brand Esports home. But this will actually give them more of the map control, more of the roaming capability for them to do pick off as well. Because as of now, Brand Esports is just slowly choking them bit by bit.
Now let's talk a little bit about the strengths that's coming in from the side of Resurgence. I do like the fact that Obi is 5-3 at 4, Mr. Vi is 1-2 and 7, but sadly Aeon is 0-6 and 7, Sana as well as Lun, not very good KDAs here. Whereas we look, as we compare with Bren, 4-3-12 on the Haze, 4-1-6 on Rebo, Coco 4-1-6 as well as UG 7-2-10. I think these are very good KDA numbers here, and it's definitely going to help them in terms of how they're going to be spiking and the amount of power that they have compared to members of Resurgence.
Because for me, Resurgence have the advantage in the early game. But however advantage they have, Brand Esports managed to grab that early game, hold it into the mid game, and then now into the late game. So like Resurgence, if we are comparing about the lineup, we're talking about the lineup, it's very hard for them to make a comeback. But then again, that lot will be the decisive moment of who will win.
Alright, so as we're going to be seeing Coco right now in a very interesting spot here. He is on his own, whereas members of BRE might actually get into this fight here. They really do need the damage output because there's only 3 tanks here and a fighter fighting it out over in the bot side here. They really need Harith. They really need the Cloud to actually be the damage supplement in the team. Okay, an ultimate there being used there, and oh my goodness gracious me, this is going to be bad here as Rebo now in a very interesting spot. Wild Charge could be available for the side of Mr. Vi. None of them going to take it out. All 5 members of each teams have their ultimate, so it's all a matter of timing and who gets an advantage here. Nicely done coming in from the side of Obi to get that Abyssal Arrow, but it's not going to be followed up upon. But look at that, Rebo there still healing up with the sustain. Not very good there coming in, and it seems that while this distraction is happening, Lord is being shot down from the side of Claude. We do see the fight there coming up. Claude down, joins the fight, gets into a very good position. Look at that! Obi now is going to be the main source of damage, and he will be taken down. Look at that, Coco now free to just do a ton of amount of damage here. Sana, oh my goodness, but he's going to get mobilized there, being able to flicker away. Lucky enough, he still has that unstoppable coming in for the side of Harith. A double kill now going in for her, and Mr. V as well. Sana is going to be the last few members of the team that is still going to be alive. Rebo there, look at the amount of absorption that he gets. Wow.
For death from Resurgence right here, right now, this is the best chance for Brand Esports to finally end the game. Sana is just trying to give his best, trying to stop the end game from becoming real. But then again, Coco is giving focus towards the Lord. Well, they have a big chance to end the game right here, right now. I mean, there's no one else. Wipeout have been done. Just end the game with a minion. Okay,
and this is GG?
Normal. GG.
I don't know why Cloud was there.
That's why, I mean, it's not needed to take the lot anymore.
I mean, it was a really good wipeout, and as predicted, we are going to go into a game number 3 for this matchup. It seems that RSG and Bren have each other's numbers, and it's all a matter of who has the better draft, who has the better execution. So game number 1 belongs to RSG, game number 2 belongs to Bren, and I feel that game number 3 is going to be a tight one here between these two players.
It's definitely going to be a tight one because even the second match just now, it was really, really tight. I mean, even though Resurgence was losing badly, but the defense that they give, how long did they drag the game? The amount of pressure that Brand Esports give to Resurgence, but just couldn't get through that defense line.
Well, I believe that a lot of these teams are playing around whatever strengths that are given to them, but sadly in that previous game compared to RSG. So what I'm thinking is towards this meta now, I think both of them are going to go maybe for a late mid-game composition, and I think that is going to be maybe close to a 25-minute, 30-minute game, I feel, because both teams are going to stall it out, and I think that